Hello everybody, welcome back to the show. Today I decided, you know what? I think, because I haven't done this in a while, I'm just gonna, go back to my humble beginnings and just make, I guess, whatever I want, which I guess, I don't know if I would, you know what, where am I even going with this, okay? Look, I just wanted to stream. I wanted to stream. Now, for those of you who are watching this after the fact, perhaps you didn't even realize it was a live stream when you clicked on it. That's okay. Because it's also kind of like a podcast. You can sit here, listen to me talk. You can watch me as well. You can watch me as intently as you would like. Hello there, Pancake Panic. General Kenobi, you are a bold one. I had to say it. Because you're the first in chat. Well, you're the second in chat. I was the first in chat. Because I sent my Streamlabs link, which you can use to donate. I'm just saying. Hello, Killbeat. Hello, Shien. I hope you're all having a fantastic day on this fine... What day of the week is it? I genuinely do not remember. I think it's Tuesday. Have you ever wondered, what if there was a Femboy Friday, but, like, on Tuesday? Wouldn't that be really sick? It sure would. It sure would. You better believe it would. Because I said so, and if I say something is true, then it must automatically be true. Now... Trans Tuesday, you know what? Yes, I like that. I thank you, Killbeat, for that idea. R/place ended today. What is R/place and why does everyone keep bringing it up? I genuinely do not know. I have no idea. And you know what? That's okay. Because this is just a chill stream. I decided, you know what? Why not? Now, I noticed that, alright, we have 5 concurrent viewers, but 0 likes. What is going on here? We should already have 5 likes because there's 5 of you watching. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's right. You better believe I'm shilling for likes. All right? That's right. We're still at 0 likes. I'm doing the live streamer thing where I guilt trip you into smashing like. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're in 6 concurrent viewers now. We got to get to 6 likes. All right. Yeah. Anyways, I'm thinking what I want to do for this channel is maybe, I don't know if I want to pivot or, I don't know what I want to do. Mufflegs. I don't know what that means, but anyways, welcome Lichfalp and Leon to the stream. I hope you're doing, just so well today. The opposite of terrible. But yeah, smash like. We should have more likes than concurrent viewers, without decreasing the concurrent viewer count. And it appears that my camera is lagging. That's great. Why is it lagging? This is like the worst stream for it to lag. Because like I hate this. Being a famous YouTuber that's not even famous is so hard. Oh my god. It's so difficult. My job, my life, what a difficult time I'm having. Alright, I'll turn it off for, like, a second, okay? Is it hot? Yeah, a little bit. But it shouldn't be, like... But I don't know why. I turned it on, like, not that long ago. I'm just saying. Like, what is going on here? I genuinely have no clue. And you know what? That's okay. Is it fixed now? No? Okay. You're just gonna have to bear with me. Hello, 1,000 dumplings. Welcome to the stream. Not much is up. I just decided, you know what? I may as well stream. I'm just saying. We have 7 concurrent viewers, but only 6 likes? Oh my god, it's so bad. I'm just saying. Oh, wow, the concurrent viewers are gonna drop because of the laggy camera. I guarantee it. Yep, it just did. Anyways, that's great. This is the quality content you all signed up for. Is me but like... It's like pictures of me, It's like a PowerPoint presentation. I sent you a pic of our place in DMs. I'll look at that later because I'm lazy. And, yeah. I genuinely could not tell you why the thing is, like, laggy today. I thought I fixed it. Hello, Nifty Gnarly. I've been doing alright lately. Just, a little bit of stress. Oh, speaking of... it's not even speaking of anything, but we're doing a fit check anyway. Because before the camera dies or something, because, like, I don't know why, but yeah, classic fit. Got the gray shirt, the black skirt, and the white thigh highs. You know, I think it's a good fit. I don't know. You tell me, chat. Do you think this is a good fit? I know I sure do. Woo! Yeah, that's right. I don't even know what I'm saying. What am I even saying anymore? I genuinely have no idea. That's right. So something I've been thinking about lately, you know, is how high energy do I want to be, you know? Because, oh my, the camera's gonna bother me. Nice. Excellent fit. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, something that I guess has been sort of on my mind, I guess, is, you know, I don't know how, like, what kind of energy do I want to have on streams? You know, should I be more chill than I would be in, like, a video, let's say? Sort of talking like this. You know, not super monotone or anything, but not super loud. Or do I want to be more, like, I don't know, like, loud and out there and performative? You know, that's one of those things where it's hard to say, right? I think, as of right now, in terms of how I do content, I'd say that, it's been more on the chill side rather than the performative side, right? And my camera's lagging. This is, I don't enjoy when it lags. Why does it do that? Who benefits? But yeah, I liked Zen Buddha. Yeah, I know who that is. But yes, like, that's the thing, right? Is on one hand, there's something nice about being a streamer and just saying whatever you're thinking, the way, however you want to say it, right? Like, not as like a performative thing, but more as like a, yeah, this is like what I'm thinking about, and this is how I would talk to people in real life. But then it's like, but like, is it more entertaining to do that, or is it more entertaining if I'm doing like if I'm treating it more like a performance art? I mean, I do some of each, right? You've seen some of each, whether you realize it or not, unless this is like your first or second stream, maybe, right? It's an interesting thing where when it comes to how people treat streaming, they treat it different from videos a lot of the time, unless their streams become videos in of themselves, right? You take part of the stream, take a stream segment, make it a video. Oh, I didn't expect Grimsy to be watching this. Of all the streams, I guess he decided to tune into the one where my camera's lagging. Don't ask me why. I don't, why this stream specifically? Out of all the streams you could have clicked on, why this one? Enlighten me. Got recommended? Ah, I'm in your recommended. Well, the YouTube algorithm knows what you like, Grimsy, okay? It's based off of what you've previously watched. It's based on your watch history. What's in your watch history, Grimsy? What is it? Wanna share with the chat? I'd like to know what your watch history is now. Anti-Femyoz videos. Yeah. I'm sure that's what it is. I'm sure it's nothing else. I'm sure you watching anti-Femyoz videos is why YouTube is like, yes, you must want to watch a Femyoz video now. I'm sure that's why. Would be pretty gay, yeah, it sure would. Good thing you would totally never watch a bunch of femboy content, Grimsy. Sure is a good thing, because that would be really gay and not straight. But yeah. Who's Grimsy? So like he's like one of my fans. He really likes my content, you know. He's like a big fan. He's a Femyoz fan. He's been here right from the start, you know. Can you review that Nickelback album for real? Ah, well, you see, I'm not trying to get copyright claimed, you know. I've got to make my 3 cents worth of ad revenue today, you know. If I don't make my 3 cents worth of ad revenue, I'm gonna starve. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to afford my meal today, you know. I gotta save up. Femyoz looked back at chat at what I said about our place. Wait, what did you say? Hold on. Oh god. Hold on, 1 sec. What did you what is that and art? Wait, what? What is this? Eventually, it's where the entire Reddit has a big canvas, and every 5 minutes you place a pixel, and it went for 6 days, and every day the canvas got bigger. Okay. Femyoz, do you take estrogen? Yeah, you better believe I do. I started taking estrogen a little less than 2 months ago. You know, so I started taking it at like the beginning of June. So yeah. That's why I need people to donate money, is so they can fund my estrogen addiction. Otherwise, I'm gonna run out of estrogen and I'm gonna die. It's like, cause then I can't live without it anymore. It's a necessity. It's a necessity. But yeah, did you see Sigma Bald Martin? He replaced Andrew Tate. Bald Martin is just built different. I mean, he's on my wall. And the reason is because he's a beautiful bald man, as you can see. All right, he's a beautiful bald man. Can't see it nearly as well, I guess, today, unless I move the camera. It's kind of laggy, but look at this beautiful specimen. Don't tell me you wouldn't want this beautiful man to rail you. I'm just saying. An art commentator keeps sexualizing me. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Kumo. You two would make a very cute couple, I'm sure. I don't know who this art commentator is, or why they're sexualizing you, but that sounds amazing. Ah, yes, I hear that Kumo over here is a big fan of the art commentary community. I know especially just small commentators in general love the art commentary community. It's their favorite. It's their absolute favorite. I bet you smell like vanilla and flowers. That's very specific. Yeah, what if I poured a vanilla extract on my head today? You know how like Big Ed like puts mayonnaise in his hair? Maybe I do that with vanilla extract. Make my hair smell better. But yeah. I stop paying attention to chat for 2 seconds and then lose track. See all the fake fans. So true, mutated cutie. Imagine being a fake fan that doesn't even have a channel membership. Ugh, disgusting. Imagine. Why doesn't Grimsy, my biggest fan, have a channel membership? He's a fake fan. That's right, Grimsy. I know you're watching this. You're a fake fan. I know you can afford my channel membership. All right? You better pay for that. You owe it to me. I mean, come on. You see, I am entitled to your money. How else am I supposed to be able to afford my estrogen, Gotta fund that addiction somehow, right? And then he ended up with a canvas with a banana in his... See, this is what I mean. Look, I stop paying attention to chat for like 3 seconds, and then I lose track. And then as soon as I'm paying attention to chat again, then, I sort of just... People just stop leaving messages. Either that or I'm lagging today. Chat just deleted itself. Did it? I don't remember that happening. Maybe it did. It's possible. It's entirely possible. But, yeah. Sorry, Femyoz, haven't slept much because of this event. I'm still delirious. I didn't consent to it. Ah, well, you see, if you don't want to get R-worded, all you have to do is consent, and then they can't violate you anymore because you agreed to it. Problem solved, Kumo. Then they can't violate you anymore. They're not violating any boundaries because you don't have any. I'm just saying, it's genius. I wish more people, were complete geniuses like myself, but unfortunately, if you think about it, I mean, genius is a relativistic term, What are you genius in comparison to, right? The smartest monkey may be a genius for a monkey, but they're not smart for a human. They wouldn't be a genius by human standards, If you really think about it, if everyone was an absolute big brain Giga Chad genius like me, then nobody would be a genius, right? It's like, it's the same reason. Like, what if everyone had superpowers? Well, then they wouldn't be super anymore. You know, that would just be like the default. There'd be something wrong with you. Would be disabled if you didn't have superpowers in that world. I'm actually not joking. I can send you what I'm talking about. Her white knights are trying to justify her comments. Okay, yeah, you should send that to me. That sounds interesting then. Man, maybe I should open Discord. Even though I'm lazy. XQC was the only person actually doing the R place how it's supposed to be. Cringe. Imagine doing things the way they're intended. Using things for their intended purpose is cringe. Absolutely disgusting. What a horrific sounding idea, you know? I could never. I'm just saying, I could never. But yeah. Oh man. I don't like that my camera's lagging. It's gonna keep bothering me until it stops doing that. And something tells me it's not gonna stop. What did I do to deserve this? To deserve the camera not working properly? I don't get it. It's not that. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Oh no, bad connection today? No, it's FPS lag. It's not even my connection. Like, notice how the audio's fine, right? Too pretty for cam. Yeah, that's why it's lagging. Okay, I sent them. All right, bet. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do. I'll just like change one of the settings and then hope that it works. Okay? No, stop. Please stop. All right, hold on. I think. Oh God. Hold on. Maybe I just need to change this, and then it'll be all better. All right, hold on. I think. Oh God. Oh, come on, just work, please, work. Come on, work, please. This is the quality content you guys get. All right, this is what happens. All right, this is the best content. Yes, the best streaming content there is. Okay, I think I fixed it. All right, yeah. Okay, yeah. See, it's working. It's gonna. I swear to God, if it starts lagging again, I'm not gonna be a happy camper. Instead, I will be a sad camper. But yeah, see, now it's 30 FPS and looks better. I don't know why. What was causing it to lag before? I genuinely couldn't tell you. I have no idea. Why don't you tell me? You know? Yeah. Why don't? Yeah, that's right. Smash like and subscribe. Hell yeah. All right, I'll open Discord and see. You know? Because apparently, no, I don't want to switch audio devices. Every single time it asks me to do that, makes me want to ride my tricycle off a cliff, okay? Okay, so, alright, I assume it's fine if I show these on stream. Oh god, it's, wait, hold on. Alright, open in browser. Hold on. Is it this person over here? You gotta be the biggest P word and dumbass I have seen on the site. Yeah, you see, I'm trying to stay monetized today. That's right. You've got to be the biggest P word and dumbass I've seen on the site. How is making a joke and having NSFW art the same thing? They're not the same thing. Wait, what? Okay, wait, hold on, wait. I don't... Okay, wait. Okay, wait, hold on. So we tweeted, speaking of silly geese, at Hopeless Peaches, why are you sexualizing me and claiming I have a humiliation fetish? Kumo, do you have a humiliation fetish? Okay, you know what? Yeah, alright, you know what? No, this stream... Is this stream gonna get demonetized if I... Alright, you know what? I give up. I don't care anymore. Just donate money to make up for it or something. Yeah, that's right. This is a great way to show myself. Yet you grandstand people for making art of one another without consent. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends. There's like a lot of gray area. Like, okay, if you make art of a famous person without consent, like, I don't know, if you drop a picture of Justin Bieber, without his consent. Like, who cares, right? Even if it's sexual. Like, who cares? You know, you're not gonna ask him for, like, he doesn't know who you are, he doesn't know what exists, etc., right? But, like, let's say you do it to, like, a random 14-year-old. Okay, then, well, then now you're crossing a few lines, right? If you do that. Let's sponsor a popper webcam for Femyoz. Oh, hell yeah. My Discord does the same. It's so annoying. Yeah. It's like, bro, I'm streaming. I don't want to switch the audio devices. I don't want to ruin everything. It's stupid. Even if I wasn't streaming, it'd be annoying, but it's even more when I am. Okay. Yet you grandstand people for making art of one another without consent. What in your personal moral compass makes it okay for you to make suggestive comments about me? So whimsical, aren't we? Okay. I assume Rebel Aaron is the person that is being cringe or something. So she says, you're still salty. You were banned from Senate. You realize I have all okay, wait, what? I'm illiterate, sorry. The unedited call between you and that girl, right? Plus the names of everyone instead call, which, one had a way shorter name than yours, line-wise. I don't like making a habit of pummeling wannabe clout chasers on my channel. I don't consent to being used as a prop for your humiliation kink. Alright, to be fair, that's, oh, alright, the comment was a white knight. If you were my boyfriend, I would take you, out to a nice dinner, and then we would go look at the stars. Your eyes are pretty like the stars, beautiful. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Femyoz, are you a lot of stairs because I'm falling for you? Oh my god. That's one way to have Riz, huh? And then Kumo responds, so yeah, Kumo responds to this person with, you're such a silly goose, my issue isn't the banning, it's the slander, and you don't have the full call, quote-unquote, because it was clipped out of context on purpose, because the whole call wouldn't have just made me look bad. This isn't about getting popular or 5 seconds of fame. You threw shit at the wall and pretended it stuck. You knew you were lying out of your ass, and the reality is I told you to KYS in a blood sports server, and because you believe you're special, you threw a tantrum and moral flagged me for not only justified, but accepted behavior. You're the one with an inflated ego if you think this is just some kind of stunt. You can pretend all you like, but your lies won't last. And then it says, Clyde, about, your message could not be delivered. Oh, damn. That's one of the saddest moments you could have. Message not delivered. Everyone hates that, huh? Alright. Oh my god. Ignore the camera lagging, okay? So, here's what she said on Twitter, apparently. You ever have someone tell on themselves so hard, you have indisputable proof they're garbage, and instead of taking the L and ban from a lame Discord, they keep swinging and insisting that they never did precisely what they admitted to doing? Small commentary TM is so weird. No, dude, I don't want to have a beef, quote-unquote, with a guy with less than 1k subs on my 100k sub channel. I don't consent to being your proper... Okay, so... Alright, yeah. So it's just a repeating the same line thing. Or maybe another plot twist. Femyoz is in a secret relationship with his friends Jaitlyn and Natty Force. Shh! You're not supposed to tell people that. Our polyamorous relationship is meant to be a secret. This is such a nothing burger. Agreed. No offense, Kumo. This is like snooze fest, alright? I'm sorry. It's a snooze fest. Nothing against you. But this is a snooze fest. Let's see if there's anything else you sent me, okay? No, those were the only 2 screenshots. Yeah. No offense. This is kind of a nothing burger. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm sorry. That's my opinion. You know, maybe you disagree. Maybe this is an everything burger for you. You know, it has like all this. It has everything on there. You know, it's got the lettuce, the mayonnaise, tomatoes. I mean, who wants tomatoes on their burger, right? Yeah. I don't know. To be fair though, I could see Kumo having a humiliation fetish. I'm sorry. It's just true. Come on. I don't know. I think this is like, well, the real cake of it is the irony of her hiding behind the block. Oh, Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the context. I mean, if they're talking about you after blocking you, that's kind of a weird thing to do. Um, I mean, I don't know. If I'm gonna block someone and then throw shade, I'm gonna be like more subtle, you know? So I wouldn't. It's like, and comedic. SMH. These commentary channels keep sexualizing me. I sent you the full context right after. Wait, full context. Hold on. What? Oh, there we go. Hold on. So it looks like it says Rebel Aaron has accepted your friend request at 2:52 a.m. Nice. He likes to exaggerate the time span. If Kumo has issues, he can come to me. Well, apparently Kumo cannot come to her because, well, you see, the Clyde bot says your message could not be delivered. So, that's not a, so, I guess she just has to hope that you don't have issues. So, yeah, I guess that's kind of cringe. Not something I care that much about, but yeah, that's cringe. I agree. I think I'm pretty based. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think you did anything wrong. From what I can tell, but I don't know. It's just like this situation. It truly is the situation of all time. March Baby won like 6 times against. Wait, what? How? Are you referring to like what are you referring to? I mean, he got shit on in the trans debate we had. He was weaselly and annoying as hell. He's made like 5 videos on me. I don't know how you're saying he keeps catching dubs? Dude, he's obsessed with me. He's made 5 videos on me. It's like, that's the only reason I even know who he is. Like, he's a complete random. Like, I'm not saying that as like a diss. I'm saying like, I wouldn't know who he is if he didn't make videos on me. So like he's obsessed with me and Jalen and Natty Forsyth. Like, he just can't stop thinking about them, okay? We live rent-free in his head. Either way. Apparently, now we have people in chat saying that I'm getting doxxed. Like, okay. Sure. March discourse again. Yeah, it's like I don't care about this kid. Like, I don't care. Why are people talking about this person? They've brought nothing to the table. Like, literally, what is one thing of value that he's brought to the table? Please enlighten me. Like, this isn't even me trying to shit on him. It's like, I just don't know why people care about what he has to say. I never talked to him before he made videos about me. I mean, anyone can make videos on me. I'm not saying that that's an issue. You know, I get it. I'm a very interesting individual, you know? You know, those videos ended up being some of the most viewed ones on his channel, obviously. I don't know if I saw the debate. It's painful. It's just me. It's like it's me trying to explain calculus to a 2nd grader, essentially. That's what it felt like. It's like, how do you do that? You know? How do you explain calculus to a 2nd grader and have them understand it? It's like they don't. Oh, that debate sucked. Already commented. Yeah, it was a terrible debate. It was awful. Like, the reason I won wasn't because I did particularly good. It's because he did very bad. He was just incoherent the whole time and kept contradicting himself. Like, it wasn't like a good performance from me. Like, it was probably one of my weakest performances. And I still somehow didn't even lose. You both performed terribly. Wait. I also owned up to performing terribly. What I'm saying is that I wasn't as terrible as him. What? Like, what are you talking about? You're actually schizophrenic. So, like, do you not have, like, good hearing abilities? Do you need to put your hearing aids in? Kumo's saying in chat that he doxed a 2-year-old. Good job. How am I schizo? You're saying that March owned up to performing terribly in the debate, as if I was saying I did good in the debate. It's like, no, I didn't have to do good in the debate to destroy him. I agree. We both did terrible. But that being said, he was more terrible than I was. So that's how I won the debate. It was one of my worst debates for sure. Like, I don't think I did particularly well. It's pretty dog shit. But, you know, you spend all day on the internet. Dude, I don't even know who you are. Debate some bitches, TBH. Oh, I do that all the time. You interrupt, it screamed at him multiple. Well, he did the same thing. And he kept saying things that are wrong that he had already conceded before, right? That's why I was getting annoyed, right? Like, I'd get him to concede a point, and then he'd bring back the same fucking point later. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, if you're gonna be retarded, it's gonna be difficult for me to not yell at you or interrupt you, right? It's like, I already established why this point is wrong, and you agreed. So, like, if you're gonna bring back old points that we had already agreed upon and that he had already conceded, it's like, well, yeah, that's annoying. And anyone who's done a debate has, when you scream at someone through a screen, you clearly don't go, dude, I never said that I did good in the debate. But, I guess, but by your own standard, right? Your idol, your hero, March Baby, must also not go outside. You know what? Fair enough. You know what? I'll accept that. All right. None of us go outside. You know, in order to engage with the commentary community, you have to never touch grass. I couldn't agree more. Clearly something recent happened. IDK, how we start. Yeah, me neither. Like, I haven't talked to or about him in ages. I forgot he existed. You know, he pulls all the women. Yeah, okay. Yeah, what women does he pull? Sure, bro, are you just March Baby on an alt? It wouldn't surprise me if you were. I don't think anyone else would say that. Yeah, okay. Complimenting yourself on an alt. That's, yeah, it's kind of cringe. So is this your way of trying to make yourself relevant? Oh yeah, look, people are totally talking about me. Proceeds to go on an alternate account to talk about himself. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's like a genuine, diehard fan of his. No, then I'd call myself April Baby. Aw, you're such a funny bastard. Aw, that's some comedy gold right there. Smash like for more comedy gold. Did March Baby, like, make a video on me recently or something? I'll search his channel. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. So, in the thumbnail of his video, I'm not gonna show it. Because me and the other person, who, you know, I had beef with, actually agreed, to, you know, just leave each other alone. But this person is literally in the thumbnail of March Baby's video. But from what I can tell, this is a video about where he's like, oh no, Femyoz is an evil doxer, or whatever. Yet you're literally spreading the information that you complained about me sharing. Again, I'm not gonna show the thumbnail, just out of respect for a mutual agreement. It's about the Discord stuff, yeah. Like, you do realize if you're defending someone, and in order to defend them, you have to you know, put their face in the thumbnail. You know, the thumbnail that you know, I deleted, you know, because of a mutual agreement with this dude. Then, is it true that you were pressing for someone's dox? I wasn't trying to dox somebody. I mean, I guess I guess the closest thing to that, right? The closest thing to that would be I had accidentally leaked his face on stream a while ago. and then I blurred it, right? But then this dude backstabbed me, right? Which he apologized for in the end, and that's why that's one of the reasons why we had mutual agreements. I apologized for going too far with stream. Femyoz, stop ignoring, make this content. Dude, I don't want to make this content. Like, we've sort of mutually agreed to move on, which I think is a fair thing. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I went too far with the stream, right? I agree with that, right? So I've disavowed it at this point, all right? I don't endorse anything in that stream, okay? I don't endorse the thumbnail of it either, right? But apparently March Baby does, because he's decided to include that thumbnail in his thumbnail. So for somebody who I'm assuming is advocating against doxing, you sure is one hell of a hypocrite. Because that's the one piece of information that could be considered doxing, is the face. So it's not like I never was like looking for like his name or like address or anything like that. I literally just had a picture of his face that had already been, you know, in a public stream before. You know, it was by mistake, but still, right? It was wrong though, obviously, morally speaking, if nothing else, right? And you can criticize me for that, and that's fine. That's a perfectly fair piece of criticism. But don't then go on to do the exact thing you're criticizing me for in order to criticize me, okay? This individual doesn't want their face in your thumbnail for you to talk about me, okay? So I don't know if I'm considering DMing him and telling him about it, because, like, I mean, at the end of the day, that's, like, kind of it's a shitty thing. Because it's hypocritical. Like, I'll admit that, yeah, it was shitty for me to put his face in the thumbnail. That's why I removed it. But that was it. It was his face. That was the only thing, right? But again, I agree that was wrong of me, right? It's gone now. But apparently March Baby doesn't want it to be gone. He wants this kid's face to be on the internet forever. So it's in his thumbnail. It's kind of a shitty thing. How did you even have a pic of his face? So basically, he put his face cam on during one of my streams. And then I didn't have my face cam in full screen, and I showed Discord by mistake, really. Because he knew I was streaming, right? Like, it wasn't like that was a thing. But then he noticed, he realized that my stream was, I didn't have the face cam in full screen. He noticed that, and he's like, can you cut that out of the VOD? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll blur it, right? It's blurred now again, by the way. So, yeah. But just, March Baby, if you're watching this, just blur the dude's face out of respect. You're doing the same thing I did, except maybe less out of spite. I don't even want to watch the video. We'll watch it, but I might have to, like, either cut some stuff out of the VOD or, like, blur some stuff based on the thumbnail alone. I'm not showing you the thumbnail, alright? Just, because I admit I fucked up, right? So, oh, okay, so he's gonna show the DMs that I leaked in the video that's now deleted, and then complain that I shared those DMs while sharing those DMs. I'm a second into the video. I'm not gonna show it on screen, again, for obvious reasons. I would be going against my word, and I'm not gonna do that. You don't want to watch it because you know he's right? No, I don't want to watch it because I've made an agreement with this person, and I'm not going to go on and show these things on my stream, because then I'd be going against my word, and then I'd be, well, untrustworthy. I'm not going to do that, all right? I'll play the audio and mute it on your end and see. I'll have to see what this is about. But I don't want to, I'm not going to do that. I'm not into making the same mistake twice. Okay, okay, yeah. So, first of all, you could have zoomed into the corner where my face is. You didn't do that, March Baby. Alright, I'll play the first however many seconds. Alright? Because it isn't me directly reading the DMs. Here's what he puts in the intro. OMG, he's 15. That explains a lot, but makes it a problem too. I don't care. I'm being ruthless. If you're a backstabber and you use me as your therapist and surrogate father figure to trauma dump to, and then you backstab me and then nuke my server as an admin, nah, go fuck yourself. I'm leaking everything. And by that I mean leaking DMs. And reverting one of my stream VODs to original, right? Which was wrong. I acknowledge that. That's why I removed it. If I didn't think it was wrong, then I wouldn't be saying this, right? I'm trustworthy until you break my trust, okay? If I trust you with something and then you violate that trust, I'm willing to violate that same boundary. He clearly thinks it's okay to violate that boundary with me. So, surely he thinks it's okay for me to do the same, right? And if not, he's a fucking hypocrite. But he deserves this either way.
Welcome back.
No, he didn't deserve it. I went too far. Punishment didn't fit the crime.
To the channel, you guys. Today's video is going to be another one on Femyoz. Yeah, he got himself into another situation here that I've been following and that I would love to expose him for. Anyway.
So in order to expose me, what you need to do is do the exact thing you're criticizing me for. Like, again, the fact that, I mean, sure, maybe the fact that you included the thumbnail with his face in it, like, smaller, way smaller, like, as a part of the thumbnail, in the background, but you can still see his face, right? I don't think that the person you're trying to defend here wants that.
Anyways, Femyoz had a recent stream, and in this stream, he basically...
Yeah, maybe he made this video before it was deleted, or something, but, like, again, you should have checked, right? You don't want to, okay.
Basically just leaked DMs, personal DMs with a 15-year-old that he had.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yes, I did. That was wrong. But then I removed that. Now it's gone. It would be gone forever until you posted this video. So you are doing the exact thing you're criticizing me for. Now, maybe not to the same extent. I will say, this video probably isn't as bad as the stream, right? But it's still bad.
And also put the 15-year-old's face in the thumbnail. Now,
you did that too! You've also put his face in the thumbnail. Oh my god. Again, I'm not gonna show it because I promised this dude that I wouldn't bring this back up.
Now, these are things that the 15-year-old did not want. He did not want his face put on the thumbnail.
So you know he doesn't want his face in the thumbnail, and yet you've decided to put his face in the thumbnail. Do you, this is just, the most hypocritical bullshit. You're just doing this to virtue signal, basically. You don't actually give a fuck about the kid, right? You're not trying to defend somebody. You're not worried about them. You don't give a shit about them. Because you're using them in the thumbnail. You don't care. You clearly do not care.
And he didn't want, most likely...
Like, again, you can criticize me for what I did, and that's valid. What I did was wrong. I don't even disagree with that. But don't then go on to do the same fucking thing that I did while criticizing me for what I did. Maybe it's not exactly the same. It's not nearly as bad, but it's still bad, and it's hypocritical.
Likely didn't want his DMs leaked with this guy, right? He didn't want his DMs leaked with...
So you didn't even blur them. You just showed them within the first second of the video.
Femyoz, and he showed him off in the stream because he was...
You showed them off in the first second of the video!
Being petty.
Now, for those of you who aren't aware, there is a particular individual who was an admin in my server. You may have recognized him in the thumbnail, but probably not because 1, he's a random, and 2, this is such a straw man. How? How is it a straw man for me to say, hey, by the way, if you're going to criticize me for something that I did wrong, that's good. I should be held accountable. I agree. I'm not perfect. I never claimed to be. What I did was fucked up. I own it, right? At this point, I'm not gonna sit here trying to make it into a joke or put it under the rug or whatever. Okay, people know the situation happened, right? But don't then go on to repost the things that I had posted, but then removed for what, a video so you can criticize. Like, again, it just doesn't make sense. I'm more concerned with him doing this at the expense of the person that I made the stream about. That's what I'm concerned about. I agree that I was wrong. You can criticize me. That's good. Doesn't like his face being shown, which is why he's in the thumbnail. Now, that being said, which was wrong, but he's in the thumbnail of this other person's video now. He's the reason, and if you dislike Femyoz, you shouldn't resort to petty insults. It doesn't help anyone's case. True. Sure, bro, that's not helping at all, homie. Yeah, it's like, yeah. He can criticize you for what you did, but he shouldn't be using his face or the leaked DMs. Exactly. You can say that, oh yeah, he leaked DMs, I'm not gonna show them, or I'm gonna blur them. I'm gonna blur his face. And that would be fine. It's not like I'm sitting here being like, oh no, the situation didn't happen. I acknowledge it happened and that it was wrong. Well, I apologized to the dude, right? In DMs. We before we purged DMs. I mean, obviously, you know, we've come to a mutual understanding. Neither of us are good at handling conflict. I obviously was more in the wrong, right? That is a byproduct of something you did. Yes, I am aware, and it's fine if it negatively affects me, right? Because I did something wrong, right? I don't think that this should negatively affect the other person, right? What I did, like, this shouldn't continue negatively affecting the other person if it doesn't have to. I think March dislikes you more than he cares about that kid. Exactly! He doesn't care. He doesn't have a moral position on this. He doesn't care about doxing. Right? Like, it's like he cares more about making a video on me, right? Would it be better content if I were to show the video visually on screen, despite, you know, the things he shows, like, in the first, like, visually in the first fucking second? And in the thumbnail? Yeah. It would be more visually engaging, right, if I were to switch back and forth between react mode and this mode, right? Especially with the camera lagging. Sure, bro, you and Femyoz aren't disagreeing, dude. You two both understand this was bad. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm saying it's bad, and that I disavow it, and that people shouldn't act the way I did, because it was wrong. Even if he backstabbed me, which he later went on and acknowledged, right? And frankly, I don't think he's a bad person at heart, right? I mean, I think he did a bad thing, but I think one bad thing, one backstabbing it shouldn't haunt somebody for the rest of their life, right? I think, like, the punishment doesn't fit the crime, right? I think that the person is paranoid, and ultimately, you know, regardless, I don't consider it doxing. I mean, I guess it depends on what you mean by it, right? Because it was something that, okay, yeah, he showed this publicly, by mistake, right? So, okay, but then I had the ability to blur it or whatever, right? So I did, right? Then he backstabbed me. I unblurred it out of spite, whatever. Showed it in the stream, just to fuck with him, whatever. And let me just say straight up, like, that wasn't okay, right? Like, it fucking traumatized him. Like, that was just what it was way too far. Like, the amount of stress he felt, right? And we talked about this too, by the way, because, you know, I ended up feeling really fucking bad for what I did, right? It caused him a shit ton of stress, way more than him nuking the Discord server did. Now, does it hurt when somebody backstabs you for no reason? Somebody you trusted, somebody that you... Yes. Yes, no shit. That's why I did the thing in the first place. But again, a reason is not a justification, right? I don't care if you want to label it as a dox or not, whatever. I get it. It sounds punchier, whatever. I guess it's a matter of, okay, you know, do I want to think of this in terms of like the actual technicalities of it, or, you know, morally speaking, it's on par with a dox, right? I think those are categorically different, right? Right. I think that morally, yeah, I would say it's on par with that. I don't think it technically was, but again, I'm not interested in that, because no matter what, it was morally bad. Especially because, you know, I'm somebody that advocates for things like rehabilitative justice, right? And here I was doing a punitive justice measure, right? With a punishment that doesn't even fit the crime, right? So I was being a piece of shit and a hypocrite, and I acknowledge that. I'm not going to sit here and try to defend it, right? Because it was wrong. I know it was wrong. So, but for you to do the same thing that you're criticizing me for, like, again, you quote-unquote defending this kid by putting him as part of the thumbnail, a very small part. It's pixelated and kind of blurry, but you can make it out, right? You see what he looks like. So, again, criticizing me is fine, but please, for the love of God, just blur it. Private the video, okay? Blur the dude's face in the thumbnail. Blur the DMs with the YouTube editor, okay? And then make it public again. It's not that hard. If somebody could clip this and send it to him, I'm too lazy. Please do. I think that's a fairly reasonable request, okay? Because again, I agree what I did was wrong, okay? I know that. All right, let's continue listening to this. If I see at any point I'm like reading out DMs or something, I'll skip past it. Because again, I made an agreement. He admitted to it in a voice call, which we'll get into later, that he was the one that nuked the server. Well, not originally. The server's been nuked multiple times. We've had other issues in the past. But the most recent nuking, which is arguably the worst one, was from none other. And I'm going to skip over his name. Okay. Especially spiteful and petty on this fine Saturday evening. And as a result of me feeling even pettier and more spiteful, I think the reason he didn't blur it was because you already made it public. Yeah, but then I deleted it. So then there was no more publicly available version of it. Right? Now, yeah, I was responsible for the first one, you know, or yeah, I was responsible for the stream. Yeah, I don't disagree. But yeah, it's like, okay, now the only publicly available version is at least so far in, well, March Baby's thumbnail. Again, this is like, I don't have a problem with him making a video on me, because I fucked up and I can be criticized for it, and I'm okay with that. I'm willing to take the L here. So, again, I just want him to blur these things, right? Because the stream is gone. You know it's gone. And now you're just spreading it because you don't actually care about the kid, from what I can tell. Either that or you're incredibly stupid. But yes, I deleted everything that there was. Than usual. You better believe that I will be engaging in some spiteful activities, such as reading Discord DMs. Now, yeah, and again, this was wrong of me. But again, just don't fucking show the things that you had a problem with me showing now that the stream is gone. I removed it. Femyoz, let me come on the stream. After I'm done with this, I will. Me and Chook, okay? Oh shit, I should said his name. Fuck. Alright, I'll cut it out of the VOD. It's whatever. We've you know, DM'd each other, you know? So these I'm trying to not have this kid's name in anything. I don't want him to have to deal with any of this shit. These are private messages, and normally I don't leak private messages. You can trust me to not leak your private messages unless you intend on blatantly backstabbing me. And something else I'd like to mention is commentary YouTubers don't have a problem leaking messages. They do it all the fucking time, right? YouTubers broadly do, right? It's like, it's kind of a known thing, hey, you know, don't leak DMs, right? But I see commentators do it all the time. I've had my DMs get leaked, you know, it wasn't, you know, I ended up being like, oh, okay, you know, that is kind of like a violation of trust there. I didn't like the person that did that anymore, right? It's like, oh, okay, you're using that to make content now, right? You didn't ask for my permission or anything. You just decided, oh, I'm gonna make this private conversation public, which is a shitty thing, right? Again, I don't consider that doxing, at least not in of itself, right? Everyone leaks DMs. Well, then, okay, I mean, still though, it wasn't just that I leaked it either, right? It was what I was saying in you know, during the stream as well. Like, I will say that in terms of, like, me insulting him and what, like, I was being straight up cruel. And no one deserves that level of cruelty. And I acknowledge that. If you're gonna backstab me, you can be criticized for it, but it's not that bad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, that's not even the reason why the stream was bad. The stream was bad because I was taking things I knew he was insecure about, using them against him publicly, basically just trying to publicly humiliate him, just a very fucked up way, in my opinion. And again, this is something that I would criticize if somebody else did it. I might make a video about this, right? Don't fucking private message me, period. Just don't talk to me. Like I would probably make a video being like, so today we're gonna be talking about this loser. You know, they're a femboy like me, you know, but they're not me, for the sake of this hypothetical, you know. And today, you know, but so recently they did a stream. I guess it's gone now, but this stream was really fucked up. I'm not gonna show it. I'm not gonna show, like, like, I'll blur this, right? But you can see, here he is saying some fucked up shit, right? It's like, you're doing this over what? Over something that's, like, way less severe than, like, again, I would make a video about something like this, to be honest. So I don't blame him for that. Again, I'm not trying to criticize him for that. It's fair game. I'm a public figure. I did something wrong publicly, so I should be called out for it publicly. That's fine. The way he's doing it, though, is in very poor taste. At all, it's not a good idea, because I am I'm very spite driven, okay? Which is something I should work on, I know. Like, I say it as a joke quite often, like, oh, I'm gonna do this out of spite, because, oh, it's funny, haha. But, like, I shouldn't be, like, spite driven 24/7. What kind of animals do you like? I think just animals that are cute, right? Cats, dogs, etc. If it was about the personal issues that he told you in confidence, then that would be really bad, but this wasn't that bad compared to the soft dog. Yeah, well, I think all of it is bad, though, right? Like, and when I showed, you know, the picture of his face, right? Like, I was insulting him, you know, I was berating him, just being, just a bully in general, right? Just a bad person. Just very uncalled for, right? You did something stupid in the past, you can be criticized for it. Yeah, Femyoz agrees with the statement. Yeah. It's like, it's an iDubbbz quote, I think. But yeah. It's something that I still quote it today, right? Is this kid a public figure? No. That's why it was wrong, right? Because it's like, I have a platform that he doesn't, right? So it's like, I had an advantage, in a way, right? It's like, there's like a, you know, a power imbalance, right? That's why, one of the reasons it was wrong, right? Because it's like, okay, if somebody makes a video like, oh, yeah, fuck Femyoz, they're, like, retarded and shit, right? Like, that's, yeah, whatever, I'm used to that, right? But if it's not a public figure, then it's like, oh, well, they're not used to that. So it's really stressful for them, right? Like, I remember the first time I got backlash on the internet. It was really stressful, right? I was a very small content creator back then, right? I mean, I still am, but even more so. So, like, again, that shit's traumatizing. So, That's, yeah, okay?
And yeah, as you can see from that clip that I just showed you, the reason why was because of the Discord being nuked. Now, I want to
Well, yeah, well, it was like a betrayal type of thing. It's like, oh, he betrayed me, right?
make it very clear that I don't think that you should nuke people's Discords just because it's funny or something. Again, I don't know why the kid nuked it, and I don't think he's a good person for nuking the Discord server. I think it's ridiculous that he did it, but
Okay, so, okay, okay, look. Okay, I think March Baby is just being stupid with how he's handling this. Like, he seems like he's being reasonable so far. It's just the things he's showing are like out of line. Not for my sake either.
it doesn't warrant this type of behavior. It is baffling.
I agree.
To me that you're going to use the excuse of don't DM me because I'm a spiteful, petty person and I will leak your DMs if you do something like backstab me. You should.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, to be fair, you shouldn't backstab me, but yeah, no, it was still overboard, right?
Never leak people's DMs ever. If you're a content creator, this is not the way to go.
I agree that leaking DMs is wrong. Respect that you're running up to it, man. At least that's what it sounds like. Yeah, I will. Okay. Now that you're watching March, can you? It's not even doing me a favor. Can you do the kid a favor? Just blur his face, if nothing else, in the thumbnail, and private the video, and then go into the YouTube editor, and then blur the DMs that you showed on screen, right? Just for this kid's sake, if nothing else, and then publish it once it's done processing. Because I don't think it's fair to the kid. Like, if you're defending him, which is fair, don't do the thing you're criticizing me for. That's what. So if you rewind the VOD, you'll notice that that's something that I get annoyed over, and I did a whole tangent being like, "What the fuck is this?" But yeah, I should do that. No, yeah, I can do that. No problem. Okay, thank you. Yeah, as long as you can do. Yeah.
It's a part of your job, Femyoz, right? This is part of your job as making content on the platform.
That's why I'm not showing the video visually, by the way. Femyoz just needs to get pred by me, yeah.
Platform, streaming, stuff like that. Like, it just kind of blows my mind. Because imagine a bigger content creator doing something like this just because their server was nuked, right?
Well, yeah, that would be even worse. Well, same action, but still. No matter what size of the content, like, you shouldn't do it, period, right? It's just not an okay thing to do.
Like, a good example is, let's just use, I don't know, XQC for an example.
Okay, to be fair, though, I mean, XQC is, well, he's XQC. You know, I don't know what that man has been up to, but, he's a very interesting individual. I don't think he would do that, but, he is XQC, you know? It's like, the bar has got to be low. XQC is, I don't know. He seems annoying to me, but whatever.
Or,
oh god, not XQC, yeah.
Moist Critical, one of those two. Let's say they're...
Okay, I cannot imagine Moist Critical doing that. He is such a chill motherfucker. Moist Critical is way above that. Holy shit. He's not, he wouldn't do something like that. Oh my god. That would be, you know what? Okay, if Moist Critical did it, it would be so unpredictable that it would actually be really funny. Okay, it would be fucked up but really funny. Just because he's like the last person I think of when I think of somebody that would make a mistake like that. Or not a mistake, do something. I don't want to say it's a mistake, because it's like, well, I did it on purpose, right? So I'm not going to, I don't want to, I don't mean to say, oh, I did it by accident when I say it's a mistake. I mean, like, it's like a bad thing I did, right? I did it on purpose. I own up to that. You don't accidentally do a multiple hour-long stream doing that shit, right?
Their Discord server got nuked or something like that. If they went on stream and started posting personal information from that other person who nuked the server, they wouldn't look like a good...
Yeah, well, that's because they wouldn't be a good person in that situation. Now, I don't think that one bad thing you do defines your entire character, but that goes both ways, right? So no matter what, like, there's no justification for what I do. Because, like, okay, if it is the case that you do one really bad thing and you're a bad person forever, right? If you don't want to take the rehabilitative justice route, then it's like, okay, then okay, sure, whatever. Maybe I want to hold it against the dude's head for the rest of his life, right? If that's my approach, right? But then this can be held against my head for the rest of my life. I think it benefits everybody in society to be like, okay, or you could just take the approach of, okay, you nuked a Discord server and backstabbed this person, that doesn't mean you're a bad person forever. And then, well, if you're a content creator who does something, well, 10 times worse, maybe. I don't know if that's the exact. I don't know. I'm not doing specific math. You get the point, right? It's like, yeah, you did something bad. You were a bad person for a little bit. Maybe it makes you less of a good person. It makes it makes people not want to associate with you, and that's fine, right? But it's like, okay, that doesn't mean you're like an ontologically evil individual, once evil, always evil type of thing, right? I don't know. I mean, ultimately, I think the best thing you can do is, like, acknowledge you did something wrong, forgive yourself. You don't not expect other people for, like, I don't expect, like, no one has to, like, forgive me for something like that, right? It was fucked up, right? That's, like, otherwise it's like, oh, now I think people owe me something, right? But yeah.
Good person. But the fact that you have 1,000 subs gives you this overarching reason to do it. It doesn't really.
Yeah, well, for me, it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I forget that I'm a public figure. So it's like, again, that's not a reason.
Make any fucking sense. It doesn't matter.
Bro, you are mid AF. Alright, let's see what you look like. Idawame, whatever the fuck your name is. Show me what you look like, and we'll see who's mid.
No matter what size of a channel you're at, or how many people see the video, or what happens, you should never do it. This is
okay, yeah, that's fair.
Disgusting, deplorable behavior. Dude, I don't even know how you have a fucking platform because of this. I mean...
Okay, I don't think I should be deplatformed over it. Now we're gonna disagree, if that's the approach he's taking. Again, it's like, okay, I did something bad. I don't think that means I deserve to lose my platform.
This is ridiculous. I don't give a fuck if you're petty, spiteful. I don't give a fuck what you are. Like, be petty, be spiteful. Fine. Do it privately. But what you're doing...
That's fair.
Right now is ridiculous. You are leaking personal information between you two. Something that he probably doesn't want shown to the internet.
No, yeah, well, he obviously didn't, yeah. You deserve to lose everything? I disagree with that. I don't think that that's fair. I think that I did something wrong, but I don't think that means I deserve to lose everything, right? It's called changing and growing as a person, right? I think that everybody deserves second chances, but that's just me. Maybe it's like, oh, well, maybe that's just because I'm a bad person, so I need second chance. Either way, as long as you can change your ways and become a better person. Yeah, exactly. It's like and that's the thing, right? Is like, it's not even, like, I didn't do something that, like, I did something that's, like, goes completely against my entire moral belief system as well, right? Like, I you know, you know, as a utilitarian, I shouldn't be doing something on purpose that just blatantly and unambiguously does nothing but decrease utility in the world, right? No way a grown-ass man has all 14 books of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I mean, I haven't read them in a while. I read them a while ago. I mean, they're certified hood classics, okay? What I miss? What the fuck? Don't worry about it.
Especially his face in the thumbnail, which is fucking...
It's in your thumbnail, to be fair. I mean, I agree it's bad. But you did the same thing.
Ridiculous that you would actually show shit like this. You are a fucking loser, Femyoz. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I'm, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna say you're a loser for doing this. I think you're a dumbass, right? I think you did it out of stupidity, rather than malice, right? I did it out of malice.
And I love it. I love that you have people that come into your stream telling you this is a bad idea, and you continue to go through with it for
Okay, to be fair, okay. Whether or not people tell me to not, like, if people tell me not to do something, to be fair, this isn't me, like, being like, oh, yeah, it's, you know, that's, like, that makes it okay, but, like, if people tell me something is a bad idea, it makes me want to do it more. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like the best thing you can do is just ignore, you know what, I don't know, maybe don't ignore me, just, I don't know what you would do. I don't know, I wouldn't be able to tell you, to be honest.
4 fucking hours. It is ridiculous to me. It is fucking ridiculous to me.
But I agree. I considered him, like, kind of an online friend, because I was like, yeah, we're cool. We're like kind of like friends, you know. We talk. I give him advice, you know. I'm like a a good role model for this person. Femyoz, this isn't a good idea, dude. I don't know what you mean. It's a great idea. Homie, this is 100% gonna backfire. Nah, it's a great idea. I'm not gonna take a step back. I'm sure it'll be fine, alright? No. I mean, this part of the stream specifically is literally just me being contrarian. But that's not the part of the stream I have an issue with. It doesn't... If everyone was encouraging me and saying, yes, this is a great idea, it would still be just as wrong for me to do it, right? Like, it doesn't matter what other people tell me to do, right? Like, unless they're, like, giving me, like, false information as, like, a pretense for why I should do something, and it turns out, oh, okay, you know, this person that you were fucking with actually wasn't a serial killer this whole time. But you get the point. Fem speaks very intelligently, so he's not academically stupid. I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on the subject. I think I'm just articulate. I think I just sound like a nerd, but he needs to work on his social skills and self-awareness. See, that's the thing, right? It's like, I'm painfully self-aware most of the time, and then sometimes I'm just not, you know? Like, I'm self-aware right now. No one cares. I wasn't self-aware enough during this stream, though.
The funny part is that we do care. Like, that's the thing. We do care. Because we can't have someone like you within our community doing petty bullshit like this. You are being a spiteful asshole and leaking...
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's fair enough.
...information of a fucking 15-year-old. Keep that in mind, dude. It's a 15-year-old. So, not...
I mean... I guess. That's, like, one of the less important details to me. I think it's bad no matter how old they are. I don't think it would be much better if it was a 20-year-old. It would still be wrong.
Not only is he an irresponsible person, like, again, 15...
Yeah, no, I get that.
A lot of 15-year-olds are irresponsible and say and do stupid shit, right? Keep
well, yeah, and that's why, again, it was too far. Well, one of the reasons, I guess. I think that's fair.
Deleted it probably because of a stupid reason, right? First of all, why is he in power on your Discord server if he's...
Because we were friends, and he asked me to give it to him, and I'm not good at running Discord servers, I'll admit. It's one of my weaknesses. I have to have other people do it for me. Isn't that childlike behavior? Like, you should at least be able to hear people out when they say something is a bad idea. I know I should. I'll admit, like, I am immature sometimes. I'll own up to that. We don't disagree with that. Yeah, like, yeah, that's, but yeah, no, I specifically made sure that, because there used to be an NSFW channel on my Discord, so he specifically didn't have access to that, right? I made sure he didn't. No one really used it, so I didn't make a new one. It was pretty much dead, but still. But yeah, no, I wasn't so irresponsible that I would, you know, allow something, like, you get the point, right? But I could agree. Okay, sure, it's irresponsible.
15 years old. Second of all, why are you treating him like he's a grown-ass adult? And why are you acting...
Okay, to be fair, this isn't a justification. But I feel like everyone wants to be treated like an adult. At least I did, right? I wanted, like, when I was a kid, I always wanted to be treated like an adult. Maybe that's just, like, an autism thing. I don't know. But yeah, no, I have always hated when people have, like, I don't know, talked down to me. That's always pissed me off.
Acting like the fucking toddler in this situation. You were a fucking...
Oh, no, I agree with that.
19-year-old, Femyoz. I don't know why, but this kid has a weird obsession with dogging on and being petty towards, like, 10-year-olds and, like, 15-year-olds and, like, kids under the age. Like, it is so weird.
Okay, so I think what he's referring to, is, there was somebody that made a video about me, and then I made a response, and Femboy destroys Femboy haters. The goal wasn't to dog on that kid. Like, I'm pretty sure she ended up thinking the video was funny, right? Like, I don't think I was, like, particularly mean in that. I just made jokes and, like, sarcastic comments. I don't, like, it wasn't really that serious. Like, the goal wasn't to, like, maybe be a little bit of an asshole, but, like, it was, like, I don't know, it was just to make a funny video. I'm pretty sure the kid knew that it would be included in the video too, right? It's like, but yeah, no, it's like, I think that, like, that's the thing, right, is I do have to toe a line, right? I don't want to be Leafy, okay? I don't want to be the next Leafy. But, you know. Hey, how are you tonight? Not spoken to you in a while? I'm doing alright, I guess. I'm getting canceled. I think it's for a valid reason, actually.
Weird to me. Like, is that the only group of people you're capable of dogging on, or people who...
No, I dog on everybody. It's just, I guess it would be more notable if I dog on somebody younger than me. It's like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. It's like, okay. If I'm doing it as a joke, I think it's fine. I don't think what I did in the stream that you're making the video about was fine. I agree. Like, I went too far there.
Who are literally children? Because in my first video on Femyoz, I took a step on him because the first creator he dogged on that was making fun of him was a 10-year-old. Like,
okay, but like, I hardly even dogged on her. I made lighthearted jokes. Like, she made a video with lighthearted jokes, probably jokes that are, like, less... Well, actually, her jokes were way less lighthearted than mine, right? She was dogging on other people, right? And I made the most lighthearted criticism. Who said you're getting canceled? I said that. I believe I'm getting canceled. But it's for a valid reason, though.
dude.
Well, mostly a valid reason.
They are children. They are going to say and do stupid shit. And this is an
No, I agree. But, like, here's the thing, right? I think you can still laugh about it, right? As long as you're not doing it in, like, a way that's, like, mean or, like, cruel, right? Like, I wasn't being cruel to the 10-year-old, right? I was just making jokes, hardly at her expense, right? Like, I would be surprised if she was hurt by that video, right? Because it was all in good fun, right?
instance of a kid doing something stupid. It is your fault for putting...
And I also want to mention the fact that, like, there have been kids that have, like, specifically gone out of their way to get featured in my videos. Like, there are times where it's like, I can tell that, like, it's bait. But that's, like, part of the fun, right? Like, it's like, yeah, it's obviously bait, but it's entertaining, right? There's entertainment to it, right? Like, they want me to roast them, right? It's like an indirect, like, hey, Femyoz, could you please roast me in your next video? And it's like, yeah, sure. And it's, like, lighthearted jokes. I don't think there's an issue with any of that. Again, the 4-hour stream I did on, you know, like, I think that stream was wrong. I agree with that.
Putting him in charge at the age of 15. Why? In what world are we giving...
Because I don't know. I don't know who else to give it to, okay? Like, there's, like, only, like, a few people that I gave admin to. You know, it's like, I don't know how to run a Discord server. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't really do... Like, I hardly even pay attention to what goes on in there, right? So I had to, like, find people that are, like, willing to do it, right? Or, like, people that, like, asked me to, and he was one of the people that asked me to, and at the time I trusted him, right? That's the reason, right? You can say it's a dumb idea, sure, I don't disagree, but, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Moderation and admin to literal 15-year-olds. Like,
okay, I don't care about this. I think you should, okay, March, if you want to criticize me, all right, here's some advice, all right? I think you should focus less on things that don't matter. Focus more on like, the me being, like, a bad person in this stream. Because you can do that, right? Like, I wasn't, like, it was a bad stream, right? It was cruel and unfair of me to do. I think you should focus on the fact that I was doing that, and that I was just being completely ruthless when I don't think it was warranted in the way I was doing it, rather than focusing on, like, oh, okay, here's, like, I don't know, maybe this is, like, the setup for an argument, and then he goes on and slam dunks. I don't know. I can't.
Are you that fucking retarded, Femyoz?
I am retarded, unironically, yeah.
I want to make it very clear, your channel's not big enough for you to not take charge of your Discord. You're not Turkey Tom. You have...
I'm lazy.
Time to look at your Discord.
I'm not here to... No, fuck off. I'm not gonna micromanage my Discord. That's retarded. No, fuck off. That's stupid. I don't feel like it. I'm lazy. You think I want to just spend all day micromanaging a Discord server? Nah, fuck that.
Discord server and moderate it. You can do that. It's not that fucking hard, okay?
It's a waste of my fucking time.
It's really not that fucking hard. But that brings me in.
I don't owe anybody my time when I have a, just because I have a Discord server doesn't mean I owe you, you know, me micromanaging the server 24/7, okay? If there's like hundreds of people in it, right? Because a lot of people are there that do like me, that don't like me, whatever, right? It's like, I'm not gonna just sit there and try to moderate 24/7, okay? I'm not, no.
Into another segment here, just a little separate segment. There's other parts of the stream where he basically advocates for harassment towards the kid. Literally says it right here that he doesn't care if you send hate or harass him
Yeah, here we go. A good criticism, thank you.
at all.
And then he says, I'm gonna tell you something real quick. We're gonna skip that because I'm reading the DMs out loud. Come on. Should I include that, man?
Says shit like this thinking there's no repercussions or anything from it. Oh, and by the way, when you said no one cares, it's funny because you deleted the stream, so
Yeah, I acknowledge it was wrong.
it seems like
obviously people cared. Yes, I'm
some
aware.
people cared, right? It seems like people did fucking care. Now,
Yeah, which is fine.
I want to
Yeah.
travel back a little bit back to when he said something about being a father figure or something to this guy. He used
I use this as like an insult or whatever. Not an insult, like a, oh yeah, I was like, you know, like a, yeah, I like, yeah, it's like, oh yeah. Like, I don't know how to explain
uses
it.
this statement in this entire stream so many times.
Yeah, because I thought it was funny. Obviously, that well, it's not in the context of the whole stream.
And it brings me into the
It's like calling him little bro. Yeah, exactly. It was just a subtle way of being condescending. That was the point. It was just I don't have a problem with condescension in of itself if it's like done right, you know, as like a funny gag or whatever, right? Again, given the rest of the, like, the context of the stream, though, like, you know, it was maybe in poor taste. Well, the whole stream was in poor taste, right?
argument that this guy is so fucking egotistical, it's unbelievable. He doesn't.
Well, the point there was to be condescending, but sure, I guess. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know if March just doesn't know how to edit segments out. If he just like talks on the fly and then just leaves the whole thing there, like just does like a rant in one take, and then cuts out a few silent bits maybe. But like this is like, I feel like you're underselling how bad the stream was when you talk about irrelevant aspects that don't matter.
Doesn't think he's cancelable. He thinks he can avoid anything. He genuinely
That's kind of true. That's kind of true.
thinks he's right about everything, and I mean
Well, that is one of the many benefits of always being right. I'm just saying.
that legitimately. The guy has no faults.
But that's because I'm... Well, to be fair, that's like an ongoing meme on the channel. But I will say, though, fake it till you make it is like a genuine thing, though. I will say. Like, if you say something ironically so many times, you do start to believe it a little bit. But I try not to take it too seriously. Smart. And I'm always right, so that's different.
According
Okay, you just took that was me saying it as a joke, and you just took it out of okay, alright.
to him, there is no faults that he has. He
Do you seriously think that I genuinely believe that? Come on.
He always talks about how he does have faults, but then continues on about how he's right about nearly everything.
Yeah, well, it's almost like sometimes I'm, like, being sincere, and other times I'm joking, right? You can do both, right? You can joke sometimes and make jokes that are about, oh, yeah, I'm, like, the greatest debate bro of all time. And then other times you can be sincere, and it's like, okay, well, obviously, you know, I'm not, like, the greatest debate lord of all time, right? Like, there are people that are better than me. They've been doing it for longer, you know, they have better dialogue trees, etc., right? Like, it really just depends on what approach I'm taking. So I don't like this part of the video, because he's focusing more on, like, I don't know, the jokey aspects of my content, rather than, like, things that I actually did wrong, which there was a lot of things I did wrong in that stream, i.e. the entire thing.
Everything, and that he knows exactly how to work around things and the tactics around things. The guy thinks he's literally like an Avenger of the
Wait, are you saying I'm not an Avenger?
internet. He knows exactly the ins and outs of how to fix and provide everything. He
so true.
knows everything. He's
so true. There's like not a single piece of information I don't know. He's dragging his video TBH. Yeah, exactly. Always makes me giggle. Yeah, exactly. It's like nobody takes me seriously when I'm like, oh yeah, I truly am the greatest debate bro of all time. It's like that's like an ongoing, like it's an obvious meme. It's a gag, right? It's not meant to be. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be over explaining. I don't know. I almost feel like I have to, because it's like, okay, here's legitimate criticism, and like I want to take this situation in general seriously, because the situation itself isn't a joke. But it's like, okay, but now I have to explain what irony is.
So
the new Vosh 2023 Femyoz for president, hell yeah.
Oh, fucking brain dead. I wish I could just include every clip of him talking about his ego and how big of a fucking ego he has.
Yeah, why didn't you do that? Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do that, because it's fucking ridiculously pointless. I can show a few clips, of course.
You think? You think it might be pointless? Oh, well, what gave you that impression?
But I'm not gonna continuously show you a bunch of shit.
I'm not gonna say whether it is or not, though. And then I said, no, I'm not gonna play the DMs.
He only feels like just because he has such a fat fucking ego, he can treat people with, like this. Like, he could just...
Well, no, the reason that I did the stream wasn't I mean, maybe there was, like, an egotistical element to it, but that's not the reason, right? It probably doesn't help if I do have an ego, right? But no, it was more of a vindictive, you fucked me over, so now I'm gonna fuck you over type of thing, right? It wasn't like oh yeah, I'm genuinely the greatest individual of all, like, never do I say that unironically. I don't know. I think this is like a really weak point.
Treat others like this, because why not? I'm Femyoz. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I agree that the way I handled the situation and treated him was wrong, obviously.
No, you fucking can't.
But this ain't... Is that me reading DMs? Serious, bro? I promise. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the part with DMs.
I also want to thank my boy Dwink for giving me this clip here. I'm gonna show it to you real quick. It's just a response to why he deleted the stream in the first place, which, like he said earlier, he doesn't feel the need to apologize, and he never...
Publicly, no. Like, because I wouldn't be apologizing to the public or my audience or whatever, right? I didn't wrong my audience. Maybe I did a little bit. It's like, oh yeah, I'm being a bad role model or whatever. I think that apologizing privately, which I did, matters more. Like, the point of an apology isn't to look good or, you know, clear things up. It's like, look, here's the thing. Like, I've never been a big fan of apologies either, right? It's just words, right? It's just, oh yeah, I'm so sorry, uwu, I won't do it again, I prom. It's like, don't say that. Show it, right? Like, I think I'd rather just show that okay, yeah, I know it's wrong. Like, to say, yeah, it's wrong. Acknowledge it's wrong. Show that there's some sort of, you know, change of heart, whatever, right? Show that, you know, I care and think, okay, yeah, this is wrong, right? I think that that's a better, right? Like, I don't think I've apologized once in this stream, right? But I think that this stream is better than any apology, right? The point isn't to be like, oh, I'm sorry, right? It's like, I can say I did something wrong without apologizing when it's not necessary, right? I think the only person that genuinely needed an apology, or deserved one, was the person I made the stream about, and I've apologized to him. So, you know, that's the only apology that I owed.
Never has apologized for anything.
I think it's more beneficial if I just explain why what I did was wrong, rather than just being like, I'm sorry I did it, right? I'd rather be like, this is wrong, I crossed too many lines, this goes against what I stand for, you know, this doesn't serve any utility, this goes against the things I preach, etc., right? I'd rather do that than say, I'm sorry, Uwu, I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. What happened to the last stream? I don't know what you're... what last stream? I don't know what you mean. This was literally... Okay. Alright, maybe I probably wasn't taking it seriously enough. When I was... I just wanted people to not think about it. Because I didn't know... Because I was still handling the situation behind the scenes. So I wasn't going to comment on it yet. Because I hadn't come to a conclusion. So that was my way of changing the topic, right? You'll notice I didn't do that today. I'm talking about it today. But yeah. He did a members-only stream. Well, there was that as well. I don't know. I think, maybe I was, like, a little bit too mean. Like, okay. Well, okay, yeah, this is a bad approach on my end. It's not even... maybe rhetorically effective. Maybe it's rhetorically effective in the moment for people that aren't really thinking about it, but no, it is a bad approach. I mean, to be fair, I was trying to just do a fun stream, so I wasn't taking anything seriously. But I could have just not read the message out loud. I think if I want to handle it later, I can handle it later, right? I was still dealing with shit behind the scenes, and that one. You know, and this was at a point where it's like, I was, like, pretty sure I had done something wrong, but I hadn't fully admitted, okay, yeah, I really fucked up here. Like, not just, oh, that I went a little too far, right? So, like, you know, at that point, I had privated it, so I knew it was wrong, but, again, I just hadn't really, yeah. Well, it was, but I do come across as unself-aware here. It was against my utilitarian principles, you see. Which is true, but I'm framing it in a jokey way. Which, okay. You know, I was actually decreasing utility by leaving it up, so I privated it. Or, I mean, that's technically true. Deleted it. It's one of the two.
This is also...
that's just autism.
This is something he admitted to Morale as well. By the way, thank you, Morale, for helping me out with this situation. This is something that he's admitted to Morale that, you know, an apology is the death sentence, and that's why he doesn't do those, and...
Yes, I'm not gonna do a YouTuber apology. Again, I didn't wrong my... I wasn't going out of my way to wrong my audience, right? I wronged a specific individual, right? They're the one that deserve an apology, right? And not an apology for the sake of trying to, you know, clear my name. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll do better, ooh, let me go on to fake cry and you know, just, oh, feel bad for me, oh, you know, I was the victim the whole time, you know, and I only made a little mistake, but still, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm not gonna, like, fuck that. That's a death sentence. It's disingenuous, and I'm not interested in doing that. I don't care, frankly. Like, I'm just gonna say, yes, I know now that what I did was wrong, and that's it, right? I don't need to make it I don't need to turn it into a sob story, and I don't need to, you know, turn it into an apology video. Because, again...
And he also said something about how, well, he deleted it, so that's handling the situation. It's not. I don't understand this logic.
Well, it's more along the lines of, I deleted it, that's how I handled it publicly, and privately, I was also handling it. But again... I'm not just going to be like, oh, here's all the private details of what's going on. Here's all the ins and outs.
Behind, like, oh, an apology video is the death sentence. It's not. If you just went on stream and admitted that what you did was really bad.
Well, yeah, that's not, but okay. And okay, there is a distinction between admitting that you did something bad and apologizing, okay? So I guess I'm taking your advice without even realizing you gave it to me.
And that you shouldn't do it again, and that you're not gonna do it again. More people.
Well, yeah. I guess yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't consider that to be like an apology, though. That's more of a, yeah, I changed my mind on something. I acknowledge now it was wrong.
People would have respect for you. You'd at least acknowledge that you did something bad, and you're.
Oh well, I absolutely did. That's not saying I did something bad is not an apology. That's not the same thing, right? Maybe in a sense, but it's like, again, I'm not here to apologize to the public. Right? Like, that's just a weird way of being like, oh, yeah, oh, I'm so sorry, you feel bad. Like, no, fuck that. I'm not here to do a fake-ass apology to the public. It's like, I didn't wrong the public, right? That's not who I'm apologizing to.
willing to fix that problem. But instead, you want to act like a fucking loser and a baby on the internet and cry about it, which is ridiculous to me. And I do want to throw in this little video real quick. Just I'll let you guys watch it real quick, and then we'll get back into the real points.
A certified. Okay. All right. Me saying the iDubbbz word. Okay. I'm not trying to get demonetized if I can avoid it.
Els was one of those people that was doxxed by Femyoz, and by Femyoz's own words, he deserved it because he's transphobic, which is—
No. Don't fucking lie, okay? This is what I mean. Like, you can criticize me, just make sure that the criticism is valid, okay? No. It's not a matter of whether or not Valid Els is transphobic. Valid Els is a serial doxer who was transphobic, and he was known for doxing numerous innocent trans people. If he hadn't doxed numerous innocent trans people, I wouldn't have done that. So, I don't like when people just blatantly lie about this. You have things you can criticize me for that are valid. This just ain't it.
It doesn't warrant doxing. Doxing is one of the worst.
No, but doxing a serial doxer who doxes people that don't deserve to get doxed and continuously does so and doesn't intend on stopping anytime soon. I think that's a little bit different, if nothing else.
Worst things you can do on the internet. I do not care. Listen,
I think doxing random innocent trans people is one of the worst things you can do on the internet, right? I still believe that Valid Els deserved it, considering what he's done. He's not just some random transphobe, right? Like, he has gone out and doxed and harassed and sent harassment to many innocent trans people who aren't public figures. If you're against doxing, you should be in favor of my take on Valid Els, basically. You should be in agreement with me there. Right? In fact, that's one of the reasons I think I'm a hypocrite in this situation. It's like, I'm doing the thing that I hate so much, to some, like, and that not just being doxing in of itself, but doxing to somebody that doesn't deserve it. Right? That was the whole, I guess, point, right? It's like, well, yeah, doxing innocent people, specifically, is really fucked up. Or doxing people that don't pose enough of a threat to deserve it, right? I think that I'm being pretty fair right now in my assessment, right?
Man, there's people that'll hate
doxing a doxer is a W2BH, fuck him. Yeah, exactly. And this is what I mean, right? That's why I'm saying, yeah, and I agree, I'm kind of a hypocrite, right? Because if I dox non-doxers and believe, okay, yeah, it is fair game to dox doxers of non-doxers, well, that I would be included in that category now, right? And I acknowledge that. So, by my own moral framework, it would be justifiable right now to dox me. So, I'm not saying that it would be right or that it should happen. I don't think it would serve any utility. No one would benefit from it. But still.
Trans people, right? And it sucks. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's okay.
Do you think it's okay for Valid Els to dox innocent trans people? Yes or no?
I don't think Valid Els is awesome for saying trans people suck or something.
No, it's not that he says that they suck, okay? I don't care about that. What I care about is that he doxed numerous innocent trans people. This isn't, like, secret information. Everybody fucking knows this.
But he doesn't.
Or clearly you don't, though. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, so don't talk about it until you do more research, my guy.
Deserve to get doxed because he doesn't like trans people.
No, it's not because he doesn't like trans people. It's because he doxed innocent trans people, you fucking idiot.
Okay, it's just not, it doesn't make you—
Holy shit, I can't tell if he's just stupid or bad faith. I can't tell if he's just deliberately omitting the truth here, or if he's just, he just doesn't realize he's just an idiot and doesn't know anything about Valid Els. Like, again, but if you don't know something, then don't make definitive claims about it and talk as if you do.
You look like a good person, but like I said, he does have a history of doing this type of behavior, so it's not—
No. I fundamentally disagree. This type of behavior as in what? Doxing a serial doxer? No, that's not the same. You can say, oh, yeah, Femyoz is a hypocrite. He became the thing that he swore to destroy. And I agree. I agree with that. That's a good criticism of me. That is a legitimate criticism that I will back and say, yes, that is a correct assessment of me as of right now, right? That is a good assessment.
Not surprising that he continues to do it again, and then when he dips...
No, it's the same. No, it's not this. You're saying it's like, you're acting as if these two incidents are the same. They're not. Okay? They're not even close. Not even close.
And deletes the video, he just plays it off as, well, I deleted it, so it's not a big deal anymore.
Well, the point wasn't even to just play it off. I mean, sure, that was part of it. But again, I hadn't even made up my mind yet. I was like, okay, I know what I did was wrong, at least to an extent. It's definitely optically bad. It doesn't benefit me to have it up. It obviously hurts the other person. It doesn't, if nothing else, it goes against my moral framework, so it's wrong. But there was an emotional disconnect, right? Because I was still processing what I had done to an extent, right? But again, whatever. You know what? This is fair enough. This is close enough to decent criticism right now.
So you know what I mean? Like, I deleted
because,
it.
Because, I could see why that would be the, based on the amount of knowledge he has, I think that's a fair criticism.
It doesn't matter. It does matter. You did something very disgusting.
I agree. Not to valid... The valid L's thing was based. Because he's a serial doxer. I don't know why people, like... I don't know if they're... Again, I don't know if they just omit that on purpose. Or what. But...
Very gross. Very weird. And then you just decided, well, I shouldn't be held accountable because the video's gone.
No, I think it's fine to be held accountable. Right? I wasn't in the correct mental state to talk about it yet. Again, maybe I should have been. It shouldn't matter, whatever. Fine, I guess.
Now, are you, like, brain dead fucking retarded? Like,
I mean, I am, but that's a whole side tangent. We're not getting into how I have the big autism. Gotta go, I need sleep. Hope this all turns out well. Yeah, me too. I hope you're doing well, Rain Baron.
I don't even know anymore, man. I also want to talk about how this guy genuinely thinks he's, like, some astute role model. Like, he's...
When did I ever say that? What? No, I know that I'm I know I'm irresponsible and a dumbass. When have I ever unironically said I'm a great role? Okay, and if you're talking about me giving the person advice privately, okay, maybe then I was being a decent role model, but that was more of a... But, like, publicly, I don't think I'm, like, the greatest role model of all time. I don't think people should just copy my behavior in its full glory. No one would be able to do it properly, okay?
He's this great role model for the people who watch him and for, like, the trans community in general. Femyoz...
No, I never said that I'm, like, perfect. Again, unless it's as a joke.
You're a fucking disgrace to the trans community. You are somebody that a lot of trans people and femboys do not like.
Yeah, that's fine. People cannot like me. I don't disagree with that.
People do not like you, and...
Yeah, I'm aware.
You are not a good role model. He continues...
Wait, did I say I was? Again, there's valid criticism against me. I've laid a lot of it out. Stick with that instead of this weird, shit that's like, oh yeah, let me just ramble on and say, oh yeah, you're like a bad person and people don't like... Yes, no fucking shit. I am aware that well, I don't think I'm at least I try not to be a bad person most of the time. I don't think that one bad thing makes a person a bad person. I think maybe, again, I'm gonna say I was a bad person in the moment, and I should avoid it. The reason I don't want to say that I am a bad person in general, right, is because I feel like I've admitted to wrongdoings. I don't want to be that kind of person. I feel like, I've told other people, well, if you genuinely put forth effort into being a good person, right, I think that you're a good person, right? And so that's why I'm using that as, like, a standard. I don't know if I'd say I'm a good person, but I don't think I'm terrible. I think I can be sometimes, but...
Continuously says that he's a good role model in this entire stream.
Could have been a 2-minute video if he didn't ramble and drag it. Yeah, and it could have been, like, a 2-minute nuclear bomb on me, right? Like, he could have dropped a nuke on me with valid criticism in a compact, highly edited video, and that would have been really good. He should have done that, right? It's what I would do if you know, making a video about somebody doing the same thing.
To this guy, and clearly you were not a good role model. I mean, if the guy...
Okay, well, before he, you know, did the thing, I think I was, but again, that
is backstabbing you, does that really make you a good role model? This is...
Wait, no, this is a terrible argument. Him backstabbing me does not automatically discredit me and my ability to be a good role model, right? It's like, again, this is a fucking terrible point. If you want to say I'm a bad role model because I do bad things, I agree with you, right? But this is a terrible point. Somebody backstabbed you, so that means you're a bad role model. Like, what? Oh my god. The thing that's frustrating is there's valid criticism that can be made.
This is what I mean by him having a fat fucking ego. The guy literally thinks he's some sort of, like, messiah. Like, he's just...
Wait, are you saying I'm not the messiah?
This great person who can do no wrong, who can only teach good in the world, and
Oh, that's why I deleted the video.
And he knows what he's doing. You do not, Femyoz.
Are you fucking... I'm gonna rewind that. Hold on. What did he just say?
Guy literally thinks he's some sort of, like, messiah. Like, he's just this great person who can do no wrong, who can only teach good in the world, and knows what he's doing.
If I could know what I was doing, I would love that. I wish I felt like I knew what I was doing in life. I wish that was the case. Believe me. That's like one of like my insecurities, if anything, that I still kind of have, is I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? In fact, I still feel like kind of a child in a way, because it's like, oh, I'm still just as retarded as I was before. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know how to operate as a normal adult. It's like, that's like, now maybe sometimes I might make jokes, be like, yeah, I know everything, right? But that's different.
You do not.
Praise Femyoz the Almighty, true. Bro is acting like we're an actual cult. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. It's like, you don't need to pretend like I'm some weird cult leader to make criticisms of me that are valid. It literally just detracts from the video in general. It takes away value, right? Because it's like, it makes it harder for me to take it seriously. Like say I was watching this, you know, while I was in that weird limbo state where I was like not sure how, like I was like sure, I was pretty sure I fucked up, but I wasn't sure how badly I fucked up. It's like, this would just reaffirm, oh, actually, I didn't do that bad, right? It's like, oh, if you need to make these invalid criticisms, then, like, what's the, like, again.
Femyoz, you are a 1,000 sub channel, and you do not know as much as you really think you do. You are a...
No, I know that there's a lot of things I don't know. Like, do you seriously think because in my videos and sometimes in streams, I do the whole, like, oh, yeah, I'm like the greatest debate bro of whole time charade. Do you seriously think that I genuinely believe that I know everything? I don't think that anyone with any semblance of any amount of intellect genuinely believes that they know everything. Because anyone who understands how, I guess, knowledge works, it broadly understands that for every one thing that you do know, there are infinitely many things you don't know, right? Think of it as like a circle or like a spotlight, right? There's a circle. Inside that circle is all the information you do know. But there's always an endless amount of information and things you don't know that are outside of that circle. The circle being your perspective, of course, right? Your perspective of the world, everything that you know to be true, right? That's your base of knowledge, but that's a tiny circle. That's infinitesimally small compared to all of the knowledge and potential knowledge that can exist. There's always going to be more information you don't know than information you do know. That's just a fact. I think that any reasonable person will agree with that, right? Like, I'm not somebody that's, like, unironically gonna be like, yeah, I know everything. I'm like the smartest and the best, you know? There's nothing I don't know. Just like again, I don't know if he's like unable to detect irony or if he's being bad faith, but again, this takes away from valid criticism of me.
A very hated person within the community, and not only did that stream make you more hated, it just
Yeah, as it should. I do actually agree that it's fair for people to hate me over that. Yeah, like nobody is obligated to like me, especially if I've done bad things.
made things harder for you in general. You are
Oh yeah, absolutely.
not a liked person within the community.
Which I'm aware of.
So I just don't fully understand how you can wrap it around your head that you think you're a good role model to people when you
Again, I don't know where the fuck he's getting that from. Can I give good advice and be a good role model sometimes? Yeah, sure. I don't think that means I am, you know, a good role model broadly in general though, right? Like I say and do stupid shit all the time. It's like, yeah. Like I don't think I try to I don't know, appear like I don't think I ever say that I am unironically the best role model or anything like that. So like this is just really weird criticism, if you could even call it that. Again, you're burying the actually true, valid criticism of me actually being a really fucked up person.
You literally aren't. But before I end the video off, let's do a little summary here, alright? So basically, Femyoz,
Please tell me at least the summary is good.
in my old videos, I've proven before that he's friends with Jalen and Natty, continues
Who fucking cares, okay? The fact that you think that me being friends with people is on par with me actually doing something fucked up is embarrassing. You are downplaying the situation, March. You are unironically downplaying it more than I did at first. Legitimately. By doing this, you're just burying the actual criticism of me. Why are you doing this? It makes your video way weaker.
to defend these people, and even in this stream, a big part of it is him defending Natty Forsyth.
No, it was not a big part of the stream. It was like, whatever, 5 minutes at the end. Like, or towards the end, right? Because that was one of the justifications he used for, you know, backstabbing or whatever. And I'm like, but you acknowledged that my explanation of the situation was good before, and nothing about the situation changed, right? That was the point I was making, right? That, again, why are you taking the most innocuous, irrelevant aspects instead of taking the things that I actually did wrong and criticizing those? I mean, you did some of that, mostly in the beginning, but it's like, I feel like, oh, you just needed the video to be longer for some reason.
Femyoz, every single thing you say about Natty is not proof. It is not.
Wait, no, the burden of proof is not on me to prove that she's innocent. The burden of proof is on you to prove that she's guilty. No one has been able to prove that she's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. That is my argument. I don't need to prove that somebody is innocent to be friends with them. That's fucking brain dead.
Real, and it does not work in any argument. There are literal videos, other pieces of evidence against Natty that proves that Natty has done multiple things disgusting, gross.
Yeah, has she done bad things? Yes. When did I ever try to argue that she does no, she's never done anything wrong? When did I ever say that? Please enlighten me.
And weird to children in Discord servers, and he has even sexted a 12-year-old, and when he guessed the age of that 12-year-old, he thought that she was 14.
No, this is just a blatant misrepresentation of the situation. No. Natty did not sext somebody that they thought was a minor, okay? They didn't know the age, and they were in an edgy server full of edgelords. They were adults, by the way. It was an adult server where only adults were allowed to be. Or it was like a group chat, whatever, right? And this whole situation happened within an hour, right? It was literally just, oh, they added this, like, this new girl. I guess I'll flirt with. It's like, there was no thought process behind it. Like, there was no malintent, really. You can say it was stupid and irresponsible, and I agree. I've made those exact criticisms. I don't think that means that she deserves to be canceled or lose her platform or shouldn't have any friends or whatever. Because again, what's the fucking point of that if she's not repeating that behavior? Oh wait, there is none. It doesn't benefit anybody, right?
Even then, it's still disgusting, deplorable behavior. This is not
That is it bad behavior? What happened? Like even if you don't, blow it out of proportion, yes. It is. It was very bad, right? It wasn't good. It wasn't okay what she did, right? Again, that doesn't mean that should be held against her till the day she dies. It doesn't mean that it's wrong for people to be friends with her, right? People deserve second chances if they're willing to change certain behavior, right? And you have to keep in mind, like, this is shit. Like, this situation happened, like, whatever, in 2018, roughly, early 2018, or the middle of whatever. Like, it's so long ago that it's like, okay,
not a one-time
really?
thing. Natty did
Like, again, there's a reason I'm gonna make a video essay about this.
horrible things, and there is literally nothing that you can do to disprove this.
Wait, again, this is so fucking brain dead. No, I don't need to disprove or prove that Natty is innocent. All I need to do is show why she's not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, okay? I don't have to prove that she's innocent beyond a reasonable doubt, because that's fucking brain dead. Like, is everybody guilty until proven innocent? Like, what kind? I don't, like, again, you're just turning valid criticism of me, of a situation in which I genuinely fucked up, and you're basically, in a weird way, downplaying it and underselling how bad it was by talking about all this irrelevant shit that doesn't matter.
Every time he talks about Natty, he says that he has something to disprove it with, but he doesn't.
Wait, did I say... No, I never said that I'm gonna prove beyond a reasonable doubt that she's innocent. I said that I'm gonna prove that she's not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a video essay that I'm gonna make. That's all I said. And I've talked about this on streams before, and again, I'm not interested in talking about it right now, because I can only talk about the same thing so much, but...
Doesn't. Like, there is literally nothing to disprove. Just want to get that out here, alright?
But, I don't think he understands what the burden of proof is.
But again, he's friends with two disgusting, deplorable people on the platform.
This is nothing. This is literally nothing. Why is this your summary? This is... You care about this more than the thing, like, the really shitty thing that I did that was, like, actually wrong and deserves criticism and backlash? Like, what the fuck is this?
And he himself now has 100% shown that he is no different from these people. And what he did was, after his server gets nuked, he looked at the person who did it, a 15-year-old boy. Not only did he allow a 15-year-old boy to be
Dude, this is fuck, like, it's like, oh yeah, let me bury in the one piece of actual criticism in all this bullshit. Like, this is not how you make a good argument against me. I'm telling you, straight up. You're doing yourself a disservice here. Fuck. I mean, you're doing the person that you should be defending a disservice.
Admin in his own Discord server, but when the person nuked the Discord server, he decided it was a great idea to post his face in the thumbnail and openly admit that the kid doesn't like his face being shown, and that's why it's there.
Yeah, that was wrong.
And then...
There we go, finally. Back to valid criticism. Wow, finally. It's about fucking time.
Literally share every ounce of information from their DMs. Expose...
Yes, leaking DMs is wrong. There we go. Finally going back to the actual criticism. It's been like 10 minutes.
Personal things, especially a personal story that the kid did not want out, but a few months ago, he asked Femyoz to get rid of it in an old stream because he wasn't proud of it, and Femyoz refused to do it. Now, I agree. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying no to getting rid of a segment that you said in a live. I get it. It's not...
Okay, there we go. Finally, some based takes.
Necessary. Reshare.
Like, based takes as in he's giving valid criticism again, and, like, acknowledging the nuance.
Sharing it in this video here just to prove some sort of weird...
Yes, exactly. This is my exact position. Is that yes, that sharing it in this way was wrong. Like, showing it as like deliberately going out of my way to show it to as many people as possible was just out of you know, basically just malice, right? That was wrong.
Point or something.
No, that was base TBS. No, it really wasn't. It does, like, again, the punishment doesn't fit the crime, right? Like, this isn't what I advocate for, right? Like, this doesn't fit into my moral principles, if nothing else, right? This doesn't benefit anybody. Like, it didn't, who did that stream benefit, realistically? I don't think it benefited anybody.
Is disgusting.
Aside from maybe it entertained a few people, but, like, that's so, like, that's such a small scale compared to, like, the, you know, how it affected the people that it did affect, right? It negatively affected me, and more importantly, it negatively affected the person the stream was about. You know, like...
The guy doesn't want it to be public, so stop making it public. That's it. Like, that's quite literally...
I agree. That's why I told you to change the thumbnail. But to be fair, Mark is gonna change.
To end off my video, it's pretty obvious that Femyoz is just a fucking deplorable degenerate who does not deserve a fucking platform.
Again, what is this? You're going back to the, oh, yeah, they should be deplatformed thing. Like, you had a segment, you had a good one, you were on a good segment, all right? You were onto something, giving valid criticism, but then you had to make it, oh yeah, they should be deplatformed. I'm in favor of censorship. It's like, no, fuck off.
Like, this guy, he abuses the power that he has to hurt other individuals who are mean to him. He's a fuck.
I mean, you could say that is a one-time occurrence. And that, yeah, I did. Like I said, he dislikes you more than he cares about the kid. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't give a fuck about the kid. That's the impression I'm getting. Based on the fact that he barely even focuses on, like, what I actually did wrong, and focuses on all this other bullshit. Like, why would you even bother bringing up me being friends with Jalen and Natty Forsyth, as if that's, like, the same level of severity as literally going out of my way to publicly humiliate a 15-year-old who wronged me, to be fair, but still, it was very disproportionate. It was fucked up. It was a bad stream. I shouldn't have done it. But the fact that you would hold that on the same level as me being friends with Jalen and Natty Forsyth is just... It's baffling. It's insane. I don't understand why you would make this video. Like, I mean, well, making the video itself, talking about the situation itself, I think that's good. It should be talked about. I did something bad. People have a right to criticize me for it. Do it right, okay? Do it right. Criticize me for the things I actually did wrong, which there's quite a bit of that.
Fucking idiot. He's a fucking lunatic, and he should...
Yeah, you could say that.
...not be on the fucking platform.
Okay, again, the deplatforming thing. Now you're just being retarded. You're being pro-censorship.
Before, I didn't care. I thought he was an okay guy. I thought he was chill. I thought he was fine. This is enough. Like, I've had enough, dude. This is ridiculous. You're a fuck...
Why did you spend, like, the majority of the video talking about things that don't matter? That's what I want to know.
Fucking idiot, Femyoz. Get off the fucking platform and seek some sort of help.
No, I'm not getting off the platform over this. No, fuck off. I don't owe you that. Get the fuck out of here.
Because you are not an okay person. I mean, a good example is every time he gets into drama here, he literally just goes on another stream where he just trauma dumps and talks about his fucking feelings and...
Oh no, how dare you? How dare you talk about your feelings? Like, what? Am I not allowed to do that? Is, like, oh yeah, if you talk about your feelings, you should be deplatformed. It's like, shut the fuck up. You sound dumb.
Mental health issues as a way to get people to feel bad for him. He's a...
Wait, what? Or maybe it's a way of being like, oh, hey, you know, maybe even, you know, sometimes the content creators you watch might have similar struggles to you, the viewer, right? Is that really that much of a stretch to think, hey, maybe it's because it's fucking relatable for a lot of people. Maybe not the specific situations I get into, but once again, people, you know, like, people struggle with a lot of shit that I struggle with, right? And I think that that's a perfectly reasonable thing for me to talk about. It's like, you know, in a way, like, the point is, okay, yeah, you know, get this off my chest, but also, you know, maybe show that, yeah, like, you don't need to be, you know, ashamed if you feel a certain way, right? You don't need to, you know, suppress your emotions. You don't need to lie to yourself or the world. Like, that's the point. I think that's like one of the least bad things I've done. I think that's like one of the things I've done well. I think it's based that you talk about your feelings. IDK why he's using that and trying to connect it to you getting criticism. Yeah, exactly. It's like, and even if me getting criticism or whatever, like, or yeah, like even if that were to like, you know, like legitimate criticism were to like, you know, be devastating to my mental health, I would still talk about it. I'd be like, yeah, that criticism, that really hit too close to home, let's say. You know, maybe I would, but like at that point, it's like, but then I would be like, yeah, but the criticism was valid, and that's why, you know, well, like, again, I just, I'll join Morale in a minute, alright?
Fucking lunatic. He's an asshole and a retard, and you should.
Yeah, I think yeah, you can say I'm an asshole and a retard. You know, you shouldn't be like, oh yeah, they should be deplatformed. That's where I draw the line. Is when you're trying to censor people. Right?
Get off the fucking internet. Anyways, guys, I'm losing my cool here. I'm losing my fucking cool.
That makes two of us,
will
right?
cover anything else that comes out, anything else that is present in a later video, but for now.
Alright, are you gonna cover the fact that you kind of done goofed here? Because, come on. That was a terrible video. Like, no offense. Alright, well, that was... Alright, so I guess for the last part of the stream, I'll, hold on. I guess I'm assuming it would be on... I'll join the waiting room on your Discord, Emro. Alright? I'm in the waiting room. I'm calling in.
Video, dude.
Hello.
Femyoz, did you finish reacting to the content, dude?
So happy.
Yeah, there was quite a bit to go over. But yeah.
All right.
The problem I have with that video is not that he's covering the situation. I think people should cover the situation. I think that's fine.
So
There's valid criticism.
Before you even say anything, I agree. So I watched it before it came out because he was like, because I had like a little fucking. Did you get to the part where he mentioned me in it or no?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Okay, yeah. So he had a section where he mentioned me. He was like, "Hey, I have you in this. Can you like see if this is all right for you to post?" And I was like, "I guess you didn't really mention me much." I agree though. I feel like him arguing, and I'll say this to him as well. Let me turn on display instead of game. I'll tell him as well. Like I feel like him arguing that you showing the screenshots of the DMs and soft doxing him or showing his face, whatever you want to call it, is a little weird when he did it himself.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a very angry video. I feel like it was a very rushed video. You can tell in his voice towards the end, he was very angry.
Yeah.
So I feel like he didn't really
could have done a better job. Yeah. For sure. Like,
yeah, I agree with you because I watched your stream towards the end too, where you're pretty quiet for me, by the way. I have you maxed out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'll see if I can turn it up on my end. Voice and video. Is this good?
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
So
good.
I also agree where you said he's using the situation with you and the kid as like an excuse to harp on you for other topics, which I also agree on. If I were to make a video on someone about one specific topic and then I was going to rope in, for example, the 94 steps drama, I would feel like that's like you're kind of not really saying or doing anything. Because I agree what you did was stupid. Like we have the fucking DMs to prove it. I like screamed at you for like 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, and I don't blame you for that. But like that's the thing, right? I think it genuinely takes away from like the valid criticism. I think in a weird way, it's like it almost like undermines it, and I don't want that criticism to be undermined. I think the criticism of me, you know, fucking up, you know, in the most recent situation is valid. That's the thing. It's like, but like most of the video isn't that, and I think it's honestly kind of, you know, like, if you actually care about the victim in the situation, it's kind of disrespectful of them to then, you know, make it, like, seem like as it's on the same level as me being friends with Natty, Forsyth, and Jalen. Like, really?
Yeah, I feel like that's one thing I disagree with, though. You kept bringing up if he actually cares about the victim. In this situation, I will say this just as, like, my opinion. I can't really speak for him, but I don't necessarily care about the victim. I more care about your reaction to the situation in general,
Yeah.
which is what I
Well,
would
and that's
assume
fine,
was
I
his
guess.
response as well.
I think that's fine, I guess, but I don't know. It just seems, like, I don't know. It just takes away from what could have been, like, a really impactful video about me. I think there could have been a really good discussion there. I think it could have been, he could have dropped a nuke on me, just like a 2-minute long nuke, with nothing but facts,
I will say it was very
valid
long.
criticism.
It did not need to be that long.
Yeah, if it was 2 minutes and it was just about the most recent situation, it would have been a fucking really good video. That's the thing.
Even if you just cut it in half to like 8 minutes, because I like Marchie. I'm gonna be like open. I'm his friend and whatever. Like I talked to him. He's in my latest video as like a little collab, whatever. But I do agree. Just watching it, it felt very angry. It felt very rushed. It felt like he was, rather than trying to like talk about this and be like, hey, this person did this, probably hold him accountable. It was more him just like ranting like about you, and like what he dislikes and whatever, which I would say, I don't know. I agree with you on some things, but I also disagree with you on some things.
So what is
Marchie?
it?
Marchie, don't call Femyoz retarded, dude. Do not call Femyoz retarded, Marchie. Come on.
This was our Marchie who made this video?
Yeah, this is our Marchie.
So
we can pull it up on stream if you want. I don't know if Femyoz would want to rewatch it, but
for the sake of curiosity, I'd like to know, where do you disagree with me currently? That's what I want to know.
It's fuck, dude. I watched your stream for a little bit, but then I stopped because I started my own.
Okay.
Maybe with the natty stuff. I don't want to know if you want to get into that though.
I mean,
I do have a question about that if you're okay. It's not specific to natty.
Yeah. Sure,
so in your stream, you said you don't want to prove their innocence. You want to prove their lack of guilt or something along those lines.
Well, what I said is that the standard of evidence isn't innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. That I don't have to have that. Like that's the thing, right? I don't need to prove that they're innocent. They're not guilty till proven innocent. That's the point I was making, right? It's like I don't need to prove that they're innocent to prove that, okay, you know, there's not enough evidence to prove that they're guilty, right? That dichotomy
guilty of
doesn't
what
exist.
Exactly?
Well, some people have accused her of being a pedophile, of all sorts of dumb shit. Like, it's like,
okay.
And
so
here's
if I were to make the
guilty
argument
enough,
that I just
hold on, because I want to mention, like, guilty enough to the point where where they deem it to be a moral wrong for me to be friends with her, as even though it's not a repeated behavior.
Okay. I would argue that they're not a pedophile. I haven't seen anybody call them a pedophile, although I don't. If it's mostly like on Twitter or whatever.
A Cheeto sensitive society.
I don't know much about those people, if I'm honest with you. But
I know a Cheeto's called her a pedo.
For the sake of argument, let's just say that they did, right? I don't agree with that. I think, especially since they're young, they're like 19, 20, right?
Who, Natty?
Yeah.
Well, they were young when it happened, yeah. I think they're in their 20s now, but the situation happened a long time ago.
Yeah, I would argue, regardless, I would argue that they're not a pedophile. I would argue that they're just kind of like a weirdo.
I think that's fine. I think it's fine to think that somebody's a weirdo. I don't even disagree with that. I think Natty would probably agree with you.
Especially since it's like a couple years old, apparently. I don't know too much about the drama. I've watched like one video to kind of catch myself up in order to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it because that's like,
no, we don't.
I feel like
we don't
it's
have
a side
to.
tangent. Yeah, I feel like it's a side tangent.
I don't think they're a pedophile. I think they're a weirdo, from what I understand. If there's shit that I'm missing, I think it's an interesting topic. I want to do a video about them eventually.
Yeah,
I kind of want to do a video on them in the sense that like I look at the shit like from back then, but like in today's scope, kind of like what I did with Pyro, but not as bad, because I'm gonna be real, that fucking video I made was not, I'm not really proud of it. So I kind of want to like go back in time and look at Natty shit, but in today's like scope, and be like, okay, like 'Cause I don't think my opinion is going to change much. I just think they're kind of like a loser,
that's
probably,
fair.
and that's probably it.
I think that that's a fair enough assessment. Again, like
But yeah,
yeah, it's
Go
like
ahead, go ahead.
like people don't have to like Natty. It's like not the, it's like whatever. If you dislike
So
her,
are you
you
just trying to
dislike her.
prove that they're not a pedophile in your videos?
Well, what I'm gonna try and I guess prove in the video essay. I mean, yeah, in the video essay specifically, and what I've kind of talked about on streams before is like, yeah, like she did some kind of fucked up things, right? Like a really long time ago. But yeah, they were fucked up. You can make criticism of that. You can criticize that and say, yes, this was wrong, right? But what I'm not okay with is them trying to use that as a justification for just trying to, you know, ruin her life, dox everyone that's friends with her, you know, call her a pedophile, you know, harass people for simply being friends with her. I mean, like, this shit happens, right? Like, and that's where I'm like, okay, this is not okay. You don't have to like her, but this is, you know, these, like, so many lines have been crossed that it's like, that's like so far from what I'm even gonna be talking about, right? Like, in a way, right? Like, I'm not trying to get people to, you know, have Natty be their favorite YouTuber. Like, my goal isn't to make her your new favorite YouTuber, right? That's not the point. Does that make sense?
Unfortunately, I don't really like Roblox content, so I can't say I'd ever be a fan. But
yeah, no, you but you get what I mean. You get what I mean.
Yeah. If we want to switch topics, I want to talk
Yeah.
about Jalen, dude.
Okay, briefly, very briefly.
Briefly. Well, it's not like it's not like an evil topic or anything. So it kind of runs back to you. I'll ask about Jalen specifically, then I can ask about you. Why does Jalen? Because I don't think Jalen's like an idiot. I don't think they're stupid. I think they're pretty smart. Why do they say things that, in my eyes, at least from a third person perspective, I look at them saying shit on like Twitter or whatever, and it's like, why would you say that when you know you're going to 100% get backlash from that, you know?
Because she's an emotional person. That's what it boils down to, right? Like she's smart, but she's also emotional.
Did
right?
they delete all the tweets? I can't find them anymore.
I don't know. I mean, either way.
Okay, you continue, yeah.
Somebody in my chat, Fembro, you put it really well. Natty Drama is retarded. They're guilty of being a dumb fuck, and that's all. Yeah, exactly. That's not a reason for me to not be friends with her.
Oh, Fembro is here? We had Fembro on last stream.
Yeah, Fembro is funny.
Oh,
I think
really?
they left my server. I'm gonna kill myself.
No! Fembro left?
I think so, dude. I think Fembro's
It's so
gone.
disappointing. Fembro was funny.
Fembro is awesome, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of the same thing with you, where it's like, I don't think you're stupid. I think you're incredibly smart, but sorry, fuck. I'm drinking a diet fucking Coke Zero right now, dude.
Yeah.
I think
Dude, that's
I think
instant
you're.
cancer.
Let's go. Yes, yes.
Carcinogen, dude.
I love it though. I love it though. I think you, Jalen, probably not Natty. I think Natty's a retard. I think you and Jalen are very intelligent when it comes to certain things, but then also when it comes to other like I think you're intelligent somewhat when it comes to like debating or politics,
Yeah.
even if I don't 100% agree. But then when it comes to like how to portray yourself online, I would guess I would say it seems like you guys are kind of lacking there. Like, it doesn't seem
Yeah.
like you have the foresight to understand, I guess, what you're saying or how it will react or whatever.
For me,
It
it's
reacting,
like,
I mean, the internet, like just the community in general, whatever, right?
for me, it's like, I don't know if this is like a bad thing, but like, I sort of have this weird opposition or refusal to care about optics. It's like, well, if I know I'm right, I know I'm right. You know, it's like, well, if I have the most logical argument, that's what I care about, you know? And I know that I'm abrasive. I know I can be an asshole, whatever. And not everyone likes that, and that's fine, right? Like, you don't have to. But it's I don't know, but I agree that yeah, I'm smart sometimes and retarded other times, depending on the context.
I would say that that's
yeah.
something you definitely have to work with, though, especially with your whole, if I know I'm right, I'm going to stay right. I would say, like, you don't have to admit you're wrong, but there comes a time when you can just be like, okay, I could probably just like drop it at this point, Like you don't have to secede, but you could just like be like, okay, I'm gonna just stop talking
not
about it,
talk about
Which,
it. Yeah, no,
kind of
I
what
know
you
what you
did with
mean.
the 15-year-old, right?
Right. Well, like here's the thing, right? If I am like genuinely wrong, right, and then I'll admit it, right? Like I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm never wrong ever, unless it's as a joke, right? I'm not perfect, right? Obviously, I think that's very apparent. But I think that like I don't know if someone wants to convince me that I'm wrong, if I'm not convinced already that I did something wrong, it's like you got to make a logical argument for it rather than just being like, you look bad when you do this, right? Like, yeah, I don't care if something makes me look bad though. That's not what I care about. What I care about is
That's one thing I want to
yeah.
try to convince you of, though. I feel like I'm obligated to, almost in my mind, that I need to convince you that like your optics and your image matter to some extent.
I
Which, if
mean,
you
maybe.
don't agree, then like I guess I can't force you to. But especially when you're at your size, you definitely want to try and be liked. Which you have like a cult following. Like I look in your Discord, those people are watching your streams every time you go live. Even if it's only like 10 people, right? That's still 10 people who are watching your streams. That's still like
Yeah.
5 people who are YouTube memberships. So
Right.
it doesn't. I can see why you would think it would not matter, but especially if you want to try to grow and get big. Again, we don't have to go into natty forceps too much, but when you're making a video on them, that entire drama, again, I'm not on Twitter too much, so I apologize if I'm ignorant in this, but people aren't really talking about them. The only time I've
Sure.
heard about them is in reference to you making the video or me talking to you about it.
Well,
So
people
I
ask
feel
me
like
about it.
people, well, that's fair. But when you're making a video on them, for example, with something that's almost 6 months old, it I look at that and I'm like, that's kind of a stupid decision
Wait,
because
wait, wait, hold
you're
on, hold on.
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna this whole situation isn't 6 months old. It's multiple years old. So the fact of the matter is, I agree that if people weren't like bringing it up years later, then yeah, that would be stupid. But people are bringing it up years later, and I think that there's something that could be talked about. I think that
Do
that
you
presenting
think the offhand comments to you though are worth making a video about?
um it's not just about the offhand comments. I think that when I'm friends with somebody, right? And then there are people that are like, you shouldn't be friends with them. And I'm like, why? Because they're a bad person. It's like, okay, maybe if I just make a video, they might not agree with it. They might think, oh, this isn't, the best video, whatever, right? I'll try my best to be, objective despite how I feel and give criticism when it's warranted, right? And say, yes, this was wrong when she did this, right? But that this doesn't automatically mean this other thing that people try to accuse her of, right? Like, I feel like if I take that approach and I'm just, like, yeah, because I think there's an interesting story almost to be told
I think the
in a
natty
way.
shit is very interesting. I
Yeah, and
want to
that's why I want to make a video essay on it, right? Because it's like there's an interesting story, if nothing else, right? And I think that if I give like just something that like I guess shows Natty's perspective as a big part of it, right? It's like you might disagree with Natty's perspective, and that's fine. I might disagree with it sometimes, right? We actually had like a small debate in over something in one of the interviews. Yeah, like I did an interview with her on a members only stream, and we disagreed on a few things, right? It's like we talked about it, we agreed to disagree, and we moved
Why do
on,
you
right?
do stuff specific to natty on members only though? Do you think that kind of voids the point of wanting to
Uh,
get your opinion on them across?
because it's it's I see it as behind the scenes content. That's what I see it as. I see it as like okay, the content I'm making is the video essay itself, right? And those streams that I'm doing that are members only, I see those as like the behind the scenes of the video essay. Almost like a sneak preview of what's to come. Does that make sense?
Kind of. I would say, especially with something like this, I feel like it would. Um, I guess I could see it both ways. Where I feel like if you made stuff relating to Natty more public, it would kind of build up
Hold on.
some sort of
I
hype.
thank you Marcy Fox for the $1. Do you go after these people on purpose? How are all your friends hated? You should friend the mic instead. I mean, part of it is like, you know, if somebody is hated, I'm more likely to approach them. I don't know, maybe because it's like a relatable thing to me. Maybe it's like, oh yeah, we're all hated and we can relate to each other. Or maybe it's just a, you know, it's contrarianism, whatever it may be. It's like, I'm not gonna not be friends with someone, just because people hate them. In fact, I might, you know,
That's
be inclined to
fair.
do the opposite.
I don't think that's a poor mentality to have. I mean, I think being able to see anyone as human and realizing that even if someone has some terrible qualities or like some really creepy qualities or something, there's probably, you know, there's a human behind there, even if there's
Yeah.
something undesirable on the surface.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a pretty good way of thinking. But that being said, I mean, I think there's still like a boundary because a lot of times when people lose friends over doing something creepy, there's a reason why we do that as humans, right? It's like a shunning technique. It's a means of
Sure.
telling other humans, don't repeat this behavior. This is undesirable, poor behavior. We don't want this to be repeated, and as a result, uh, leaving that person and depriving them of that social interaction is in itself teaching them a lesson, right? That is the ultimate
Uh,
lesson. Because when someone is deprived of social contact, when someone has nobody to talk to, that's like the worst place a human can be in, right?
yeah, but
That
that's
that
the
is
thing.
directly antithetical to the human condition.
Wait, but
And
that's
so
wait, but that's
yeah, go
why
ahead.
I think that that's one of the reasons why I'd be more inclined to be friends with somebody like that because ultimately punitive justice measures, you know, trying to make somebody miserable or doing things that make them miserable, intentional or not, right? Uh you know, it doesn't I don't think it really benefits anybody or even really works very well as a deterrent. Again, I'm all for rehabilitative justice, right? Like I'm somebody that believes, okay, you know, I think that people can make mistakes. I think they should be held accountable, but given second chances. I think that, you know, if nothing else, I think, you know, people should have opportunities to change and grow and not be shunned, you know?
I agree that people should have opportunities to change. I think it ultimately depends on the severity. However, I disagree with the point that that negative social pressure is inherently a bad thing. In fact, I think social pressure is like one of the biggest motivators ever. In fact, I doubt you'd be hard pressed to find almost anything greater. Maybe there's a couple things, right? But social pressure is like the reason why people do most things because
I agree.
that is what we care about ultimately.
I
And as a
agree.
result, if the social pressure for being creepy is that you get shunned and less people want to be friends with you and whatnot, then I think so be it. That might be
Ye-
a natural outcome. That being said,
ye-
I do appreciate the stance of yeah, I should still treat this person as human. However, I think
Well,
as that stands, you should still let the person know that there are
when they're
consequences
wrong,
to their
yeah.
action. Don't deprive them of their
Sure.
consequences. Let them know
Well,
when they're wrong
the
and so
point
forth.
is not to have them just not face any consequences. Again, it like the social pressure that or backlash or whatever that is gets received has to be proportionate, right? Like that's sort of where, you know, a lot of people sort of don't get it, right? It's like, okay, there's a disproportionate amount of hate towards Jalen, right? A disproportionate amount of hate towards Natty Forsyth, right? It's not about whether or not they get, you know, criticized or, you know, people want to distance themselves or whatever. It's the extent to which it's done, the amount of social pressure, right? If the amount of social pressure just isn't warranted given the you know, the action itself or whatever it may be, then it's like, okay, well, then
I have a question for you.
sure.
So, from the outside looking in, it seems that your friendship with Jalen and Natty, because it seems like publicly at least those are your most like spoken about friends.
Yeah.
Would you say that your friendship with them kind of relies on the fact that you guys are ostracized or hated or disliked by the commentary community or the YouTube community as a whole?
No. I mean, maybe that's how we like became friends in the first place, but no, not really. I just think, yeah, maybe that's something we can relate to each other with, but um I mean, the reason that I'm friends with them is because they're nice people, at least to me. Like, I've had only, in terms of my personal experience with Jalen and Natty, I only have good things to say, really.
I can't speak much on Natty because I don't follow them anywhere. I
Right.
only know about them because of the drama, basically. I don't know
Right.
their Twitter. I don't know their YouTube.
Right.
I don't know anything like that. But when I see, for example, Jalen on Twitter saying something stupid, I look at that and I say, you have some good opinions. You are very smart. Like, you're not a stupid person. But it hurts me when I see them say something stupid on Twitter, or when I see
Yeah.
you say something stupid on stream. It's like, you
Sure.
guys are hated pretty much entirely by the community. Like, you cannot find a person in this community that doesn't know about you and doesn't think of you in some negative form, one way or another, right? And it's like, you go on Twitter and you say
Kind of.
something fucking retarded, and it's like, why did you, like, you're like, if you want like a career on YouTube, specifically in the commentary community, specifically to Jalen, I guess, not necessarily to you, why would they say or do stupid things that in my mind they know is going to fucking, like, especially because they have all these eyes on them because people just
I
don't like
mean,
them, right?
I mean, I can't speak for her. It's like, okay, why does she
I asked her if she wanted
say
to come on. I
things?
feel like it'd be really interesting if she could get on. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end stream soon anyway, but yeah, that's the thing,
CB
right?
wants to chime in when he can. Just when you're done, let him know when you can
Yeah,
talk.
so like the thing is, right? I'd say, yeah, for Jalen, yeah, basically almost everybody in the commentary scene doesn't like her or has something negative to say. I'd say I'm more of a mixed bag. I'd say the majority don't like me, but there's some that like me or think I'm okay. I think I'm more of a mixed bag, to be honest. Like, I don't know. That's my take on it.
Femyoz, I think you're great.
Thank you. I appreciate
I
that.
think you I wouldn't say you're overly hated. I think you have said some dumb fucking shit.
Agreed.
But I don't dislike you. I think you have
Yeah.
the ability to learn from your mistakes, and I feel like slowly you are learning.
Yeah.
What do you want to
Yeah.
say, CB? It's your turn, buddy.
Okay, so full transparency, I'm on a trip right now, so I can't really like talk or anything like that too extensively. I literally got, like, I was on my way to the beach just a second ago, and then Meral DM'd me and said, "Oh, you want to join this call?" So I'm in the call. I think a lot of the things that I don't know where we're at in the conversation with me joining, like, right in the middle of it, but saying that they're not a bad person and all that, like Natty, I'm not caught up on the Jalen stuff, but specifically the Natty stuff, when I know there are certain individuals that I know that are underage that have been in DMs with they're what? Okay. There are
Okay.
people that
CB, just to clarify, you can finish, but Femyoz isn't really too fond of talking about them because they're working on like a video. I don't like the
Okay.
excuse, but just so you know, you might not get the response you're looking for. You can say
Yeah.
finish your
well,
thought.
I'm not looking for any kind of response. I'm just here to talk, you know?
Okay.
You're good. You're good.
So,
I
do you have like evidence of this, or is this just like what people have told you? Because I don't really like, because like I don't know, I don't. Just
mean, I
trust-
got literally every single screenshot, but like
Alright.
it's not anything like bad, but at the same time, considering the stuff that's gone around, why is this person not learning from their past mistakes and still getting in DMs with an openly 15-year-old?
I
You get what
guess
I'm
it
saying?
I guess it depends on what they're saying. Is it smart? Maybe not, but there's a difference between dumb and immoral, right? Like, again, I don't know. I don't like this attitude of, oh, she's a bad person because she's an idiot and, doesn't really understand how this affects her image or whatever, right? That doesn't make her evil or whatever. Like, and again, maybe you could say she used to be a bad person and that might not be wrong, but again, people can change, right? I think that Natty doesn't really engage in any of the bad behavior from years ago. I think that if if she was genuinely still doing fucked up things that genuinely deserve to get her backlash, people would be talking about it, right? There are people that keep bringing up the old drama. Why is there no new evidence of her doing bad things? Is it perhaps maybe because it doesn't exist?
No, it's not that it
argue
doesn't exist. It's the fact. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, you're good. You had your. You can continue.
Okay. It's not that it doesn't like exist. It's there, and clearly they aren't changing because they're still in DMs with these people. You get what I'm saying? But it's not.
What's there? I'm not just gonna take your
just
word
because
for
it's
it.
not. Hold on. Let me.
Dude,
I do have.
You need to show me some sort of evidence. I'm not just gonna take what you say.
I know. That's why I'm pulling it up.
So again, I'm making a video essay, but I don't know.
Is it against or in favor, or is it just out of curiosity?
I'd say, I'd say it's neutral or in favor. I don't think it's against. I think there are going to be instances where I criticize her, say, yeah, this was fucked up, she shouldn't have done that, etc. But I'm not going to be like trying to like smear her or anything. I'm like, for obvious reasons.
The only thing that I really disliked about Natty, this video that I watched is 6 months old, so obviously I can eat my words if this is outdated. But their response to the majority of the points that people brought up, which is again an argument I have brought up to you in DMs like yesterday when we were having our little fucking tussle, right? Yeah. Is the fact that they have an issue with just being like, yeah, I fucked up. This was weird. They always had to be like, yeah, this was weird. I fucked up, but this is an excuse for it. Whatever.
Oh,
right?
wait.
No,
sorry,
wait.
Femyoz, I just sent you the wrong screenshot.
Okay, so I wanna. Okay, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So, but she does acknowledge that she fucked up, though. That's the thing, and maybe you just haven't seen it.
But it's followed by an excuse, and at least
it's followed
the clip
by
I saw.
No, most of the time it's not her trying to justify her actions. Maybe she's giving a reason why she did it, but all she's doing is explaining what her thought process was at the time, and then acknowledging that it's wrong regardless, and that she shouldn't have done it. All she's doing is showing.
Does it really require a thought process, though?
Yeah, people need a thought process to change, right? So she's going through her thought process and how that thought process has changed and how she's grown. That's the point. And also, thank you, Marcy Fox, for the another $1. Is Nat DMing the 13-year-old in the server? What are we talking about now? I don't know. I genuinely have no idea.
Are you also live right now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna end soon because
I'm
I'm probably gonna end soon. Just read some.
I want Jalen to come on, dude. I want to talk to them about the. I want to have like a conversation with them.
But yeah,
trying to convince them, dude. I'm trying to.
One like.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna hop off the call. I'm gonna finish the stream.
Can you put in a word for Jalen, dude? Please, dude.
Yeah. Jalen, if you want to join their server, then the link is.
They're not on the fucking stream, dude. Come on, be real.
I'm lazy.
Oh, and then Fembro's in there.
I love Fembro. Are they?
Bro, I got beef with
Fembro.
Fembro
said. Before I go,
you got beef with Fembro?
Fembro wants me to say, bro, how TF is MRAL giving the gok 9,000 about Jalen and Femyoz, but he was screaming at me and calling me retarded on Sunday for a slight disagreement. Fuck you, MRAL. Femyoz, tell him I said this.
Yeah, dude, come on stream and say that to my face, pussy. I'll fight you again over the same topic. Fuck you.
The same topic. Dude,
same topic. Another
all right,
fucking 30-minute
I'm gonna
battle.
leave the call. Thank you for having me on,
and
have a good one.
Yeah, have a good one, Femyoz. Join again.
Thank you. You better believe I will. All right. Anyways, I think I'm gonna be wrapping it up. Hope you all have been having a fun time watching this. This was meant to just be like a just chatting stream type of thing, but it turned into YouTube drama, I guess. Oh well. That's okay. It is what it is. Bent over. I mean, Jalen, if you do or don't want to join, that's ultimately up to you. I don't know. I'm not gonna recommend or not recommend it. You just do whatever you want, I guess. I could not tell you if it's a good or bad idea, because I don't know. It's not my decision. I guess it depends on what you go on to say. Anyways, I hope you all have been enjoying your stay here. If you haven't, well, that sucks. Sucks to be you. Sounds like a skill issue. And, smash like if you did enjoy and you want to see more. Feel free to become a channel member if you want to support what I do and see behind the scenes content, you know, such as an editing live stream or like a, you know, like a researching for video essay type of stream. I have multiple of those, by the way. You know, just exclusive content in general, or sneak peeks of you know, video projects, etc. You know, but yeah. But Jalen, if you're gonna join the call, be careful. I agree with Mutated Cutie. You do have a bad track record when it comes to joining calls. I have a mixed track record. A mostly good, but sometimes kind of bad. You know, the Augie one, for instance, is bad. The Tommy one is good. The debate I had with March Baby was god awful. It was just brain cancer. I think we both ended up looking stupid, but he looked more stupid, so I won. What else? The call with Nick Merckx was good. I think I did a good job there. Just like fucking around and kind of just trolling. Yeah, I don't know. It's a mixed bag with me. Either way, I hope you've all been the Augie one was good. We gotta meet. Well, it's good in that sense. It was an objectively bad idea without hindsight. Now, in retrospect, I would do it again just to make sure I get that meme out of it. But I would do it again just because I wouldn't want to lose that meme. Like, if that got erased from history, I'd do it again. I'm just saying. Because it was entertaining. And that's ultimately what matters the most. It's somewhat. Sometimes. Sometimes there's other things that matter too. Anyways, goodbye, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.